judge to put in his order for the motions yesterday. So they went through a lot of motions for the Sarah Boone hearing, and it was a lot. You know, the motion to suppress took a good chunkling because we had Detective Kepsel testifying on the stand. She was the one that was in contention because Mr. James Owens, Sarah Boone's defense team, was like, oh, she didn't read the last question on the Miranda card, so we got to get rid of the interrogation, the 2-hour interrogation they did it with Sarah Boone. And then also we got to hear from Sarah Boone as well, testifying up there on the stand, being very meek, being very soft and quiet, and then saying like, I was so confused. I didn't know what was going on. Anyways, so yeah, it was a very long hearing. And then from the motion to suppress, the judge was like, okay, well, I'm going to reserve my ruling, and then I'll have a written order. It's supposed to be today, end of business. So we are waiting for the judge because they are on East Coast time. We'll give the judge some time, you know, to read his stuff. And then they moved on to the next one, which was restraints. So when Sarah Boone was pro se, Sarah Boone wanted to have freedom of movement, right? Which makes sense. If you're representing yourself, you might have to walk back from the witness stand. You might have to go walk back and forth to the judge's area to your own table, right? And so you don't want to be in like shackles and stuff like that. You want to make sure the jury can see you not in chains. So initially, they decided to maybe have Sarah Boone have like the little shock, not like kind of like a shock shackle thing. Or am I getting shock shackles from DB? I might be, but they agreed to have her hands free so she can write her notes and stuff like that, which I think is good. But the other option they gave her was like, okay, well, we're going to give you like a little calf thing. And, you know, if you be doing anything sketchy, you're going to be electrocuted and you're going to be dropping onto the floor. So don't even think about escaping. And so they were supposed to have her sign like a release form. And then there was an issue with her wanting to wear like a shorter skirt. And then the judge is like, well, if you're going to wear a shorter skirt and you don't want to wear pants, they're going to see your little thing on your leg. And I don't know if you want that. And that's kind of where it left off. Now we're addressing it again with Sarah Boone having representation this time by 3 attorneys, the main one being James Owens. And what they discussed was, you know, they were like, okay, well, we already agreed that you could be hands-free. That's fine. You know, you can take your notes. Nothing wrong with that. However, we still want you in leg restraints. So it seems like for leg restraints, they might just have her do the traditional, I don't know, like the cuffs on each ankle and it's like chained together. And they were worried about having the jury see this. And the judge was like, well, you don't have to worry about that because Sarah Boone is going to be going in and out before and after the jury comes in. Oh, hi, everyone. How are you doing today? Let me take a deep breath. Hi, Screaming Daisy. Hi, Coping Whiskey. Rachel K. How are you doing today? Hello. Helzot. Hello, Bridget. Ashley. I'm sorry. I made a Discord notification announcement 20 minutes ago. So if y'all in the Discord, y'all do also want to go live. Hi, Kay. Rachel. I've been sick. Oh, haven't been online, but I'm so glad to hear and see you today. Oh, no. What are your symptoms? I hope you feel better. The shock shackle shock cuff. I think the shock shackle just came from DB. I don't know, because that was said so many times during the DB trial. It's kind of stuck in my head. I got a haircut. So, you know, I don't know, but the camera is making my makeup looking a lot darker than what it really is in person. I don't think my makeup is as dark in person. Maybe I think I have the contrast boosted up for my camera or something, but I feel like it's super dark right now. I don't think it's this dark in person. Hi, Tuko. How are you doing today? Imagine Sarah running at full speed trying to escape. You guys remember that yoga instructor, Caitlin Armstrong, when she was trying to escape, she was like working out in the yard. You know, she was trying to get her fitness up because she put in a fake medical thing where she's like, oh, you know, I need to take off the leg restraints because something is wrong with my leg. And she got like she went to some medical facility to go visit. And that was when she tried to make her escape. And seeing her on the video try to like run and then like hop over a fence was hilarious. If you guys have not seen the Caitlin Armstrong yet video, definitely check it out. We made a video about her. And that happened, I think she was convicted. Was it last year? Either beginning this year or last year. So definitely check out that story because that one was wild. She was the one that got plastic surgery and then went to escape. I think she went to Costa Rica. And you know how they found her? Well, they knew that she liked to do yoga stuff. So all they had to do was go to Costa Rica and go to different yoga facilities until they found out the one where she was going to. It's like, you would think if you went to a different country to reinvent yourself, you would totally, completely reinvent yourself. You wouldn't go back to, you know, your old habits and stuff like that because, you know, that's how they're going to try to find you. But anyways, the rant. So where was I? So we're talking about, the leg restraints. So I think the Mr. James Owens wants her to be completely free. And then the judge is like, well, I mean, if she's in the shackles, no one's going to really see it or anything. So the judge said he was going to make his, written order ruling today. So that is what we're waiting for as well. And as for the next one, hair, makeup, denied, because they were trying to work with Sarah Boone in regards to, they mostly talked about the makeup. I don't think they even actually addressed the hair thing at all. In regards to makeup, they want Sarah Boone to have a little bit of makeup on. And initially, I think they wanted like a professional to come in to do her hair and makeup every day. And where it really left off at was just having James Owens called them paralegals, but having the 2 female paralegals do Sarah Boone's makeup. And then the judge is like, okay, well, you're not going to really have a lot of time because you can't be doing the makeup over there. You can't be doing the makeup in the back room, but you can do it in the open court if you want, in the courtroom. However, you're going to have a very small period of time where you can do the makeup thing. And so they were going to do that. But then someone went up to, I think the deputy went up to the judge and was like, actually, having makeup on could be considered contraband because they don't know what the ingredients are made out of. So no makeup for Sarah Boone. And then the hair, I'm assuming no hair for Sarah Boone as well, because they didn't really talk about the hair thing. But if you guys read my Discord, Raid and Taxi were giving some ideas of what Sarah Boone can do for her hair and makeup. Okay, this first one is a little bit mean, okay? This first one's a little bit mean, but I do applaud Rain for her paint skills. But this one, can I make this bigger? Actually, if Sarah Boone did her hair like that, that could be kind of cute. I don't know if it's appropriate for court, though, but if she did her hair like that and had a little clip, that might look nice on her, actually. And then here is like another Sarah Boone with long hair. I don't know, I think this is like all AI stuff. So ideas for Sarah Boone for trial, maybe she can try to do something really quick while she's in the cell. I don't know. Maybe she can make her own gel somehow. Like she'll probably get in trouble for contraband. So no hair, no makeup. Judge will let us know about the restraints. Now, the last one was the state's motion for a protective order. And just a quick little recap on that one. So James Owens had subpoenaed some people that worked for either in like prosecution or they were like in the victim advocates department. And the state wants to make sure their work product is protected. And he was like, okay, well, if you want to know the reason why they did X, Y, and Z, or how they made certain decisions, which we're not really privy to anyways, but you can, file for a public records request like anyone else. But I'm like, man, James Owens on a time constraint though. So I don't know if he files a public records request, is he going to be able to get it in time? But maybe he can work some magic or something like that. But it's mostly in regards to the previous arrest of George Torres, because James Owens like, oh, he was arrested 3 to 4 times. And we want to make sure that when those cases were dismissed against him, we want to make sure they know that it wasn't Sarah Boone who made that decision, that the decision was made on the state, I guess. Yeah, because I felt like I was a little confused where James Owens was going at. I thought initially he wanted to have those people testify to talk about, oh, George is so bad. He's got a bad history, blah, 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 blah. And then, why? And that like my client, Sarah Boone, was the one who decided to dismiss the charges against him or something like that. But it seems like he wanted the opposite. And yeah, we're waiting for the judge to make his ruling. I'm going to keep refreshing. We got a close of business where he will make his decision, but I don't know if it will be posted today. Maybe. I think it will be posted today. I feel like last time it was posted on that same day where he said that he was going to make his decisions by. But as we're sitting here, waiting and keep on refreshing. If you guys see it, let me know too. Okay, if you guys are refreshing it, let me know when the judge is when his orders are up. But we're gonna watch the police interrogation video because I have not seen the entire police interrogation video. I've only seen the JCS version a very, very long time ago. And I think that may have been how I was introduced to the Sarah Boone case. I think it was from JCS. And if you guys don't know who JCS is, they were the ones who were the first to do the true crime interrogation video breakdown analysis, and they did a really good job at it. Now there's a bunch of channels that do the same thing, and I don't think JCS really posts anymore because I think they had issues with having their videos being taken down or being marked as demonetized and stuff like that. I don't know. Doing true crime stuff is hard on YouTube sometimes. Yes, so today is a Jewish holiday, and the court is technically closed, but the judge said that he will still be there working. So the judge is like, I'm still going to be here working. Hi, Enemy. How are you doing today? How's it going? Looking cute won't get her out of trouble for murder. I think the AI is helping it out a little bit. What's up, Joe? How are you doing today? Hello, hello. Yeah, okay. JCS is my introduction to some of my favorite interrogations. Stephanie Lazarus, top favorite. Oh my God, there's so much. I wonder if there is a. No, actually, Stephanie Lazarus, the JCS breakdown, was that the entire interrogation? Because I wonder if there's like a longer interrogation. There has to be, right? Or do they fast forward through some of the bits? But the Stephanie Lazarus one, oh my gosh, that was. I will watch that again and again and again. The Stephanie Lazarus one was really good, and then the Jennifer Pan one was really, really, really good. Oh, hello, Joe. Now you're on the Twitch. It's 1 hour uncut. Okay. Hi, Northwest. How are you doing today? I was late. I was watching more, Oh, what was he covering today? Let's see. Oh, is he covering the stuff that happened yesterday? Sarah Boone takes a stand, reviews new details and admissions. Did it help or hurt her case? What do you guys think? Do you think it helped or do you think it hurt her case when she went up there and testified? I think I've watched her interrogation at least 3 times. Which one? The Stephanie Lazarus one? It's just so good. It's so good. It's so good. There is a oh, bye-bye. There is a Netflix there is a Netflix thing on Jennifer Pan. I haven't seen it yet though. But right now I'm watching the Monsters one with Lyle and Eric Menendez. I think I'm on episode 3 or 4 right now. Someone told me there's 9 episodes. I'm like, 9 episodes? What the hell? How can there be 9 episodes? I think kind of hurt her case when she got all stammery after the state asked her if being drunk could have affected her memory. Yeah, I think it threw her off, and she couldn't think quick enough on her toes. And then her defense attorney was like, "Oh, I need to interject. I don't think she understands the question." And that might have been when the judge was like, "Okay, I don't need speaking objections. I need legal objections." He was like trying to bail her out. But all right, let's watch the interrogation video while we wait for the judge. And I usually like having the transcripts up over here, but maybe for you guys, we'll do this and then we'll have closed captions on. Yes, while working out. Nice. I was working out earlier today. I gotta do abs later. Hee hee hee. The defense attorney tried to answer the question for Boone on Mr. Owens was like, "Oh God, this is not looking good. Let me intervene." Oh gosh. Okay. Halzot says, "I don't understand how the question got her in a corner. Could someone explain?" So there are 2 versions of events. The detective said that when the phone was retrieved from the counter, she retrieved the phone, and it wasn't until she had the cell phone expert investigator, I don't know what their title is, until they came in, got the was it a waiver from Sarah Boone? Was that the name of the form? There was a form that Sarah Boone signed where essentially they allowed, law enforcement to get into her phone and, take a look around, extract some data. So she said that she did things the proper way. Sarah Boone, however, was like, no, actually, she was like, "Where's your phone?" She came up to me and was like, "What's your PIN?" And I put the PIN in. And then the attorney was like, "At that point, had you sent a form yet?" And Sarah was like, "No." So she's trying to say that the law enforcement detective, Chelsea Kepsel, looked through her phone without having her sign the waiver form. And so when she did her direct testimony, that's what she said, right? Then she got cross-examined. First thing that Mr. Assistant Attorney Mr. J said was, "Okay, well, you admit that you were still kind of like under influence, right? You're like drinking from the night before." She's like, "Yep." He's like, "Okay, well, you didn't have any mimosas or anything, drink brunch?" She's like, "Nope." He's like, "Okay, well, is it possible that you could have just misremembered your interaction with Detective Kepsel during that time because you were still kind of like drunk?" And then she was like, "Oh, can you repeat the question again?" And then he asks the question. And then she's like, "That I wouldn't." So she kind of like repeats a question herself out loud because I think she's like trying to stall. But I think she could have just been like, like at that point, I'd already sober up and I did remember my interaction with me and Detective Kepsel. I think she could have just said that. But I think when she was put on the spot like that, I don't think an answer came up to her really quickly, because it seems like, when he was asking her a question, he was trying to put her in like a little trap. It's like, okay, you admit that you're kind of like drunk. Is it possible that you were so drunk you don't remember what really happened between you and Detective Kepsel? So, and that's when Mr. Owens was like trying to intervene a little bit. The I can't get drunk part. Yeah, I don't know. I think you guys told me that she kept saying in the interrogation, I can't get drunk. I can't get drunk. I wasn't drunk or anything like that. But she sounded pretty drunk on the video recording. Sounded pretty drunk. Yeah, consent form or something like that. I was trying to remember the exact name of the form, because I know that Mr. Owens said it yesterday when he showed it to Detective Kepsel. But I mean, honestly, I think the answer would have just been, oh, I don't know. Maybe they're going to steal my answer and use it on the stand. Maybe I shouldn't say nothing. I wasn't drunk, but I was so drunk the next morning. If she did drink bottles of wine and didn't get drunk, it's an issue. She sounded slosh in that video. Yep, she sounded pretty drunk. She was like slurring. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think is a better defense? Do you think she could have just gone with the defense? But then she's charged with second-degree murder, right? She's charged with second-degree murder. I think first degree would be if the premeditation and intent were there, right? What was it again in Florida? I thought Florida was like a little bit different. Because even if Sarah Boone admitted that she was really drunk and she forgot that he was in the suitcase, it still wouldn't really help her case, would it? Because she's being charged with second-degree murder. Man, I want to know. I want to know what they offered her for plea deal. Yeah, I know voluntary intoxication not a defense, but I'm saying that, like, if she were to admit that, like, hey, one, it wasn't premeditated, and then two, I didn't intend to leave him there, would that really help her? Hey, Madame, I haven't seen you in a while. Hello, how are you doing today? Hi, Mary Jo. Hi, Be Cool. You guys are all here just in time. We're about to start the interrogation right now. I've just been yap. Oh, was it 40 years? Was it 40 years? Wait, I'm trying to remember if that was reported anywhere. Or did James Owens say 40 years? Totally think it hurts her case to testify. She thinks she can outsmart anyone. I just feel like she just has to, though. I don't know. I guess we'll see. As the trial progresses, maybe she can get away with not testifying. But I feel like, we can hear about other people's perspective on their relationship. The property manager, the neighbors, some of the family members. I mean, we're going to hear from a lot of George's family members. I think they were trying to get law enforcement who, were the ones that were caught on the scene. But I feel like you got to hear from her perspective. Why did she do it? What mindset was she in when this happened? Was she in fear? Was she in fear for her life? I feel like you gotta hear from her. No, they haven't done jury selection yet. That's starting next Monday. 40 years was Carly Gregg. Oh gosh, I gotta catch up with the Carly Gregg one. When there's two people in a room, one ends up dead, testifying is pretty much required. American sentencing is comical at times. Jury selection starts Monday. And then also for Monday, the judge did say that he was going to address I think there was going to be like a motion in limine that was going to be filed by the state to exclude the battered spouse defense. And we'll see what happens with that because, if there's no battered spouse defense, I wonder what they're going to pivot to next. For me, it's first degree meditation. She knew he couldn't breathe, still left him in the suitcase. And for the premeditated, it's not about how long can be even seconds. All right, guys. Oh, I think Cheryl wants to say hi. He's like somewhere back here. Hold on. You see him? Oh, there he is. He was rolling around back there. Okay, bye, Cheryl. Okay, you guys. My background's messy. You think the state will file the motion in limine over the weekend? Yeah, because the judge said he was going to address it on Monday. Why didn't she admit that she was drunk? I don't know. Because I feel like her saying that, like, hey, like, we were both drinking. I was really drunk. He got into the suitcase. And then I fell asleep and forgot about him. That would have aligned with her original story, right? I don't know. Let's listen to the interrogation. Let's see what she says. I'm going to have it at 1.25.
Just let us know about any time you need more, okay? I'm going to have you sit in the green chair. It doesn't move.
Detective Capsule, Detective Lowen.
Appreciate you coming in.
Yes, ma'am. Can I want to ask you about these whenever we have a moment.
Sure. So obviously, he received his autopsy. So I'm going to read you your rights again because we have to talk about that. And since I'm talking about the incident, we just have to do it, just like we did yesterday.
Protocol?
Just like we did yesterday. Remember I read you the rights? Your rights? Yeah. So this is the exact thing.
Now, does it sound like she's downplaying the Miranda rights? To me, it seems like, okay, it's important. We have to read it again, just like we did yesterday, because it's something that we got to do. I don't know if I agree with Mr. James Owens that Detective Capsule was downplaying the Miranda rights with some of these phrases. I think it was just like, she was trying to say it maybe like a little bit more casually to like, okay, we're going to do this really quick. Let's just do it. Come on, let's just read the rights, but it's important and we got to do it.
Same thing, but since I'm asking you follow-up questions, I need to read them to you, okay?
Sure.
All right, so you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before and during questioning without charge. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one can be provided for you before questioning without charge. Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me?
No.
And do you understand what I just read you?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
And that's what the judge was saying. The judge, you know, you're losing your argument if the judge is also making the argument for the other side. So the state and the judge was essentially making the same arguments against Mr. James Owens, and Mr. James Owens was saying that like, oh, Miranda wasn't read correctly. And then the judge is like, well, you know, if you're following like case law, you just got to read the 4 statements or the 4 question/statements. And it seems like it was done.
So this morning we went to his autopsy, and we were informed of some injuries that he has by the doctor. So I want, so he's got scratch marks to his back.
I know what that's from.
Okay. And it's called a contusion. Do you know what a contusion is? So like basically you're getting hit and then you get a mark from it. You'll get bruising. Like someone hit you or something like that. It's called a contusion. So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his like lip. We could see his mouth was a little.
I haven't laid a
swollen.
hand on him.
Okay.
Also too, he fell off my son's bike.
Okay.
So I don't know, and he's notorious for running into the wall or the hall tree. So why?
Okay. What about the scratches? Because there's also sex.
Yes.
Okay. Because there's also like a scratch on like the back of his neck, like kind of like going, but it's like going straight across.
So I don't like how the detective asked her a question and then answered it for Sarah Boone. Why not just ask a question and let her answer it? So when they're asking about the injuries that they found on George, because remember when the detective was testifying in the stand yesterday, she was just like, yeah, you know, we're asking her these questions because after the autopsy, we realized that Sarah Boone didn't mention some of the injuries that George had. And when she's asking about the scratches on the neck, she's like, oh, is it a sex thing? It's like, why don't you just let her answer the question? Don't put in words in her mouth.
The wall or the hall tree. So why?
Okay. What about the scratches? Because there's also sex.
Yes.
Okay. Because there's also like a scratch on like the back of his neck.
Because the only thing I could think of is like if this was mentioned in the previous interrogation and then the detective wanted to just like fill in the blank for Sarah Boone again, but I don't remember them mentioning like anything about sex and scratches in the previous interrogation.
Like kind of like going, but it's like going straight across.
I have no idea what that's from.
And they're all recent. Like they occurred recently. It wasn't something that occurred post or that occurred a week ago or 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Yeah, and this is where it's a little bit fishy because she asked if it's about the sex thing because Sarah Boone wasn't responding. Sarah Boone was like, yes. And then when the detective is talking about the scratch again, Sarah Boone, instead of saying, oh, yeah, it's a sex thing, she's like, oh, I don't know where that came from.
So they definitely occurred, the night leading up to when he was...
In all honesty, we have not gotten into it.
Okay.
That's why, like, the only thing I thought you guys were going to ask me about, which I was going to be honest with you anyway, are the scratch marks on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, I have no idea what it is. No idea what it is. Nonetheless, I've had my son over the house, too, so...
Yeah, and that's the weird thing is that she's saying that she doesn't know where the injury on the shoulder and where the lip came from, but she just said that he fell on his friend's bike recently, and then also that he's notorious into running walls. But now she's saying that I don't know where it came from. We've been fine. So I don't know. We already have 2 versions of events within the last 30 seconds.
Well, your son was there when? When was he last there?
Oh, gosh.
My understanding he was there like last Tuesday?
I don't know if it was Tuesday, but yes, he was there last week, so...
Well, we're talking about Sunday. Yeah. We're just talking about what occurred Sunday. Because like I said, the injuries they occurred within that time period.
So you're talking about day before yesterday?
Sunday leading into Monday. You called us yesterday at 1, but the incident, you guys were painting and stuff the night prior.
Correct.
So we're talking about Sunday and then into
That's why
Monday.
I'm thoroughly confused, because we had a good time sitting on the back porch, having wine and smoking a couple of cigarettes, and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play.
And see, I don't know how this is going to really help Sarah Boone for the battered spouse defense, because I know now she's going to pivot her story, right? From, oh, I told the detectives interrogation that we were having a good time. We're playing puzzles. We're doing hide and go seek. She's probably going to testify in the stand and be like, you know what? I actually lied to the detectives because I wanted to make it seem like things were okay. But really, I was in denial and things really weren't okay. We actually got in a fight. And yeah, I had to defend myself. I had to scratch him. I had to push him. I had to hit him on the lip or something like that. But here's the thing, though. I don't know if Sarah Boone has any visible injuries on her. I don't remember seeing it in the body cam. I can't really see now because it's a little bit fuzzy, but I'm sure they took pictures of her. Maybe like they took pictures of her, I don't know, fingernails, hands, body to see if there's any bruises on her. I'm sure they took pictures of her when she was arrested. But the issue is that if Sarah Boone does not have any like fresh injuries on her right now, it's going to be really hard to convince the jury that George had injuries. Sarah Boone didn't. However, Sarah Boone was definitely in fear of her life that day, that night.
Listen to music. That's why nobody got out of sorts. This is what's mind-blowing to me. Like, I have no clue. Nobody laid a hand on anybody.
He also had, like on the left side of his forehead, he had basically bruising, and on like his head and his skull.
I have no idea.
As if something hit him.
I
considered
have not
force
touched him.
trauma.
I have not touched him. I have not touched him.
How would you get those injuries?
Tell me and we'll both know. I have not touched him.
Yesterday, when we took...
And then also, oh gosh, there's just so much that the state can work with, because the state could just be like, hey, listening back now on this video, on this 2-minute video they recorded, does it sound like that you were drunk? And maybe Sarah would be like, yeah, because she has to admit, she can't be like, oh no, I was completely sober. She's going to have to admit that she sounded like she was drunk, that she was really drunk. And they can ask her, well, is it possible that you just forgot, just like how you said you forgot that George was still in the suitcase? Is it possible that you beat him up while he was in the suitcase and you just forgot? That could be another one too. That's going to be a real sinker for her ship, her barely floating ship.
Photographs of your overall body, and they did the buccal swabs. Did they go under your fingernails?
No.
Oh, okay. They did take pictures of her yesterday. So they took photographs of her. They did swabs.
Photographs of your overall body, and they did the buccal swabs. Did they go under your fingernails?
No.
Okay. Are you willing to let us
Absolutely.
swab underneath your fingernails?
Go for it.
Okay.
I have no idea, and I don't want to seem out of sorts, but I have no idea. We had a good day.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good day. We've had good days lately, even considering everything that's going on with our jobs and life in general and ex-wives and everything. It's been good. Like, I don't even know where this is coming from.
Yeah.
I don't.
Wait, what does that mean? The detective with pew pew doesn't bother me. Very normal for us cops or U.S. cops. Wait, with the what now? With the pew pew? With the gun? Is that what you meant? How could someone be at Publix around 5:30 p.m. when they were doing puzzles and painting? I mean, they could have been doing puzzles and I'm already skeptical about the whole puzzles and painting thing. They could have been doing puzzles and painting, and then maybe midway was like, oh shit, we ran out of alcohol. Let's go to Publix really quick and get more alcohol. I could see that happening, but do I really believe puzzles, painting, hide and go seek? I don't know. Maybe I've seen some pictures of their apartment, but I feel like if you were, say you had like a whole day of drinking and then you blacked out, the next morning, I don't know. I would assume you probably didn't clean up after the mess. There's probably still paintings and puzzles and stuff laying out everywhere. Unless you're like me, okay? Because I'm a perfect person. I'm just kidding. Unless you're like me, if I ever have a party with people over, I like to make sure I clean that fucking night because I hate waking up to a mess. So I don't know. I don't know if maybe she's a tidy person. But it seems like after she was done drinking, she went upstairs and she fell asleep on the bed. I don't think she ever mentioned cleaning up or anything like that. I did hear that there was a puzzle on the table, but I wonder if there was like paintbrushes out, if there was like paper out, if there's like shit out everywhere.
I think the last physical was probably, you said, I think,
On with our jobs and life in general and ex-wives, but
under your fingernails?
no.
Okay. Are you willing to let us
Absolutely.
swab underneath your fingernails?
Go for it.
Okay.
I have no idea, and I don't want to seem out of sorts, but I have no idea. We had a good day.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good day. We've had good days lately, even considering everything that's going on with our jobs and life in general and ex-wives and everything. It's been good. Like, I don't even know where this is coming from.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
said
even
the
know.
last physical was probably, you said, I think, what, a month ago? Where you got the injury, right? You said that was a
I'll
month
say
ago?
a few weeks, give or take, yeah.
A few weeks. That was the last, like, physical altercation between the two of you? You said a month ago he hit you with a curtain rod.
Yeah, with a curtain rod. That's why I can't believe you guys didn't take that either.
Wow.
Like, we've been good. I don't know if, like, it's since the last time he got out of jail. Like, we've been good, and he's been having his classes and seeing his probation officer, who's amazing. So.
What do you mean by good? What's your definition of good?
The probation officer?
No, you said you guys have been good. What's your definition?
I've been good. I don't think you all understand. He comes at me.
So how do you hit someone with a curtain rod? Maybe it wasn't mounted yet, because if you were to hit someone with a curtain rod that's already mounted, you would have to. I mean, he's kind of short. You kind of have to like climb on a chair, reach up, pull it down, and then use that as your weapon. Unless maybe they were like trying to set it up or something, and then like it was just like lying on the floor or something. I'm not lifting. Oh God, I saw it somewhere. I'm not lifting a cup after drinking, smoking. I see. In my 20s, I used to do that, but I can't anymore. If I wake up the next morning and then there's just like shit everywhere, I'm like, oh God, that's the worst. I don't know. I'd rather do it while I'm still kind of like has to have alcohol inside of me. Because the next morning, especially if you're hungover, and then you have like a whole ass mess in the kitchen. Oh, the worst. The autopsy said that he was 5'2", 100 pounds. I haven't seen the autopsy report yet, but I've seen them reference the autopsy report before, but I have not seen the actual report. But I think his height is either, because I've heard 5'4", but could be 5'2". I forget, did she in this interrogation forget she filmed herself? I believe so. I believe she did. Mm-hmm. Hey, Bleep, eating a very late lunch. What are you eating today? Is it Arby's? It's been good for 2 weeks. Didn't she get arrested or get him arrested a week or two before this? Oh, gosh. I don't remember. I remember looking up both George and Sarah in the database. I don't remember when. Hello, Thorgrim. Good evening. How are you doing today? How tall is Sarah? I think she's like 5'4". I think she's 5'4". You'd expect carnage in the area, painting and boozing had occur. Sarah's 5'4" on the arrest report, 130. Okay. He fit in the suitcase, so he couldn't have been very big. I don't know what's the size of the suitcase either, because there are some suitcases that are, if it's like, I think he was in not a check-in one, because that's tiny, not a check-in one, but I don't think it's like those like mega large ones too. Sorry, not a check-in. Sorry, I was saying carry-on. I don't think it was definitely like carry-on. It looked kind of bigger than that. Like you would definitely have to check it in.
Me all the time. He comes at me. So it's either I flee or try to go upstairs and go to sleep. That's usually what it is. And I don't know if you talked to Brian about any of that, but most of the time when I flee, I go over there. So.
Right, but you're saying that you guys have been good, and when I asked you yesterday, the last incident that you could remember was the curtain rod incident, which you said was a month ago, so.
Give or take.
Right, so what do you mean by he comes after you? Like,
he gets belligerently drunk. Like, I don't know if y'all have looked through my phone yet and seen any of the pictures and the videos that I have taken. And at one point, I started documenting everything.
Okay.
So you all will see in my pictures, bloody fingers, split foreheads, he split my nose. I've got this.
Right.
I don't know if Brian told you about it, where I had to have I had one really bad surgery, but then it got really, 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 really bad, where I had to go like 4 or 5 more times afterwards and then tend to it. And then poking me in the back of the leg.
Right.
So it's.
Then why are you still with him?
Everybody asks me that. When I tell you guys this, I really love him. Like I do. And I feel like I can help him. Like I feel like I could help him, which I did, because he came a really long way from where he was in Philadelphia to moving back to here and to dealing with everything else that he's been dealing with. I've really helped him. I bailed him out of jail, 3 times. I've gone to every single hearing and every single arraignment, everything that I did for him. Gone to see all his public defenders, go to the state. I've gone to the state. I did everything for him because I'm trying to help him, because I had hope in him. And he was trying. He was really trying. And then he starts to think about things, and I think he gets overwhelmed, and then it's like, the next thing I know, he's drinking. So it's like, oh man, I know where this is going to go, so I'm going to go upstairs and read a book, or I'm going to go for a bike ride, or I'm going to do something else, where I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink. The occasional wine, whatever, or if it's a weekend, that's when you have a good time. You don't have to wake up the next day. I have to wake up the next day and do things. I have to tend to Lucas. I have to take him to school. I have all this stuff to do. He doesn't know how to, I guess, maintain himself where...
But see, like when we listen to Brian Boone, her ex-husband, the perspective that we get from him is that Sarah Boone is the drinker. She's the one that is the type of person who would just drink, go to the bar, kind of not do anything else. But what she's telling the detectives right now is that, like, I'm not the one who's a drinker. George is the one who's a drinker. You know, I barely even want to drink. You know, if we're drinking, it has to be like, you know, for like maybe a special occasion or something like that. It's just a different perspective than what Brian Boone was giving us.
I can do 50 things at once and still know the 50 things more prior that I need to get done. He can't process like that. He didn't process like that. So he would literally, not literally, but have smoke coming out of his ears. So the next thing you know, he doesn't want to deal with it. I'm going to go get something to drink. So the majority of the time, I would hang out outside or do something else because I don't want to drink. And every time, his job broke his heart. And it made me sad because he had so much pride in his job. And the store that he took care of so much totally went downhill. Mm-hmm. And that broke his heart because he had put so much work and effort into fixing it up. And his manager was awful and basically gave up on all of the employees. So I think that had a huge bearing on why he would drink so much. His ex-wife is bonkers. Mm-hmm. She was all over him all the time. Send me money, send me money, send me money. How can I send you money when I don't have a job? And he's still trying to take care of me and Lucas by paying a bill here or there, getting some groceries. So he always had something on his mind, which is why, again, I got the puzzles and the paint to try to get him off of it so we don't have a drink, or he doesn't have a drink. So when you all see my phone, you can see all of the damage he has done to me and the videos of him smashing my television because he's belligerently drunk. Where most of the time, I just don't want to be there. And I try to help him. I try to calm him down. Mm-hmm. Eventually, he just passed.
Do we know who went to Publix to purchase more alcohol? Was it the both of them together?
Out.
Well, yesterday, I made it sound like you guys were just drinking, like, a glass or two. Like, yeah, you obviously had the bottle, but you told me on recording, like, that you were not drunk, he was not drunk, you guys were having a good time.
I can't get drunk. Number one, I do not want to get drunk. I don't like being non-compos mentis, having my wits about myself. I don't like feeling out of control. Mm-hmm. So
I'm just saying, you're making it sound like he's a raging alcoholic today, and yesterday I was kind of asking you those questions, and you're like a little defensive, like, no, we're not alcoholics. We are not, you know. But you guys were both sober on Sunday, to your knowledge, because when I said you went and passed out, you were like, no, I didn't pass out, I just fell asleep. So now it's kind of like, what is it? Were you guys drinking and it got out of hand and it got physical?
No.
Or is it...
Sunday was one of the better days that we have had in quite some time.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why lie about the drinking? Why lie about how much you drank? Why lie about being drunk? I don't know why that helps her. Maybe she just wants to carve out this image that she's a good person. She doesn't drink. She's not a heavy drinker. She's not an alcoholic. But I just don't see how it benefited her in any way.
He's dancing with my dog. You can see that too on the pictures, him loving the dog. He loves the dog and dancing around, having a good time, and just being happy kind of thing. He doesn't know, I can get like maybe 2-3 glasses of wine, and I'll be fine. But I have to have my wits about myself because I don't know what to expect.
Well, let's talk about Sunday. What was Sunday? How were you, like, how many glasses of wine did you have? How many glasses of wine did he have? The bottle was gone. I mean, I don't know if you poured any out. Yes.
No, that was from previous.
You said that there was a half bottle left over.
Yeah, that was much.
And then that you had I don't even know how'd you guys get the wine for Sunday?
I'm guessing he went to Publix.
Does he leave the house and you stay home, or do you go to Publix? Like, cause
sometimes I'll go with him.
Okay. Did you go with him Sunday to Publix?
So most of the time what happens is, because the convenience store where we get cigarettes is here, and then Publix literally is cattywampus to it.
Okay.
So what he'll do is he'll go by Publix, and then on the way back, catch the convenience store.
Okay.
So now I want to know, because I think they have the public surveillance camera. It was referenced in one of the hearings recently. I wonder if it was like, she's saying that George went to Publix, but what if it was George and her that went to Publix? That would look really bad.
Is that what he did Sunday?
I'm guessing that's what he did, because next thing I know, he's walking in with a bottle.
Okay.
So that's,
Okay.
it's him trying to be nice, so I don't have to go out and do it. Plus, there's stuff that I around the house that I had to take care of. So that's usually what will happen. Or I'm folding laundry and he'll go run out and do whatever.
Okay. So, where were you guys
He's not-
at on drunkenness, not drunkenness on Sunday? You told us you weren't drunk.
No, I was not drunk.
Right.
I was not drunk. So with him, I don't know. I know when it's like, oh, okay, man, where I have told him, slow down. It's starting to catch up with you. Slow down. Slow down. And another thing, too, is I don't like listening to music with him because he gets too involved in the music, and the music that he listens to is a little rough around the edges and, like,
Right, sorry. Let me go back a little bit. Sorry, Publix.
so what he'll do is he'll start, go by Publix, and then on the way back, catch the convenience store.
Okay.
So
Is that what he did Sunday?
I'm guessing that's what he did, because next thing I know, he's walking in with a bottle.
Okay.
So that's,
Okay.
it's him trying to be nice, so I don't have to go out and do it. Plus, there's stuff that I around the house that I had to take care of. So that's usually what will happen. Or I'm folding laundry and he'll go run out and do whatever.
Okay. So, where were you guys
He's
at
not-
on drunkenness, not drunkenness on Sunday?
It's like a pretty good combination of balancing out between how much she says she loves George, and then at the same time, how much George is also a bad person because he likes to drink a lot. He's abusive. It's like she's like balancing between the two of them. Because if she just sits there and completely just shits on George, it wouldn't look good, right? So it's like you got to balance it out by saying, oh, I really love this guy. You know, I wanted to stay with him. You know, I'm the one who was his savior. I was trying to make him better. I was the one who was attending to all his meetings, or sorry, his hearings, and I bailed him out 3 times. Like, guys, can't you see it? I'm the good one in this relationship. I'm the one who actually doesn't even like to drink. I mean, I only drink because he drinks. And then when he goes out of control and crazy, I'm the one who retreats upstairs, or I go ride on my bike, you know, around the neighborhood or something like that. It's it could be seen as really good manipulation.
Okay. You told us you weren't drunk.
No, I was not drunk.
Right.
I was not drunk. So with him, I don't know. I know when it's like, oh, okay, man, where I have told him, slow down. It's starting to catch up with you. Slow down. Slow down. And another thing, too, is I don't like listening to music with him because he gets too involved in the music, and the music that he listens to is a little rough around the edges, and, like, just, it makes me fractious listening to his music. So I kept asking him, let's just you and me talk. You and me will just be the ones that are talking, which was fine, because, I mean, we were playing with the dog, whatever, and then it's like, okay, now let's do the painting. We just did the puzzle, took a break, now let's do this. Sure enough, sat down, we're sitting in there talking, laughing, talking about new movies, we're watching.
I don't know. It's kind of weird because at times when she's talking about George, she talks about him like he's a child. You know, it's like, okay, you know, like I don't want him to be all ramped up because of the music. You know, the music makes him a little too much on the edge. So I tell him, okay, George, we're not going to do music. We're going to come over here. Let's do a little bit of painting and puzzles. You know, let's just relax a little bit. I don't know. It's like kind of odd how she talks about him sometimes.
Movie trailers.
Yeah, like really controlling.
While we're doing painting and all that other stuff. So it's still background noise to him, because I think that's what he's used.
But what I think she's trying to paint the picture to the detectives is that, like, I have to be this way. I have to be the one that manages him. I have to be controlling. Otherwise, he'll act out, and then I'm the one who gets, you know, the brunt end of it.
Too is having background noise, where me, I can sit in here all day with not a peep. But he always has to have some kind of background noise, which I didn't mind because the trailers were cool. And he was interested in showing them to me, getting excited about movies that were out or upcoming.
Okay.
So
On your laptop you're talking about?
Mhm.
Like, okay.
And I mean, and then it was.
But you said it was a good day. Like, you guys didn't have any conversations about your relationship. You guys didn't go down, like, the rabbit hole, like, had too many to drink, and you guys start getting...
No, when I tell you this, it made me so happy that he actually listened to what I had to say with just, we'll get through it. This will be fine. It's just, it's a small hurdle that you and I together will get through, because...
I'm talking about the money, jobs,
Daughters, yes.
nothing
No.
relationship-wise, though. Like, no issues, like, did you guys have a conversation about your relationship, or was it just about...
Just
like,
what's
distressing?
going on right now.
Got it.
I try to evoke it from him so he gets it off his chest, because I call him the volcano where eventually he's going to erupt.
Right.
And what he has learned in his classes is to communicate, which is a huge thing in a relationship, where he has been practicing communication. So he actually talks to me about things and unburdens himself. Put it on me. I'll sit there and try and figure it out for you. Like, I have almost everything. Not a worry. Just tell me.
Yeah, I don't know. That phrase right there. So it's like, put it on me. I'll sit there and I'll try to figure it out for you, like I have almost everything else.
Get out of you.
Right.
But it was, when I tell you, I was so happy. Like, it was such a good day. I kid you not. The weather was beautiful outside. I'm the one that had him go inside so we can do puzzles and painting and listen to music or whatever else he wants to do. So then he starts doing whatever it is we're doing together in the living room, and then starts talking, because I think he gets comfortable with, okay, you know what, we're here, it is a good day. Let me go ahead and explain myself. So I know. Nobody else knows, but I know. Nobody knew George better than I did. I say that I knew George better than himself. And I tried in every way, shape, and form. Ask everyone. I helped him. I took care of him. I miss him a lot, and I didn't even sleep last night. I miss him a lot.
I mean, is there any chance it got to be too much for you and you couldn't handle taking care of him and
I never stopped.
trying to...
I never stopped. That's what I'm here for. I never stopped. I'm here now because I'm still trying to help him.
Yeah, we just don't, I mean, it's unexplainable how he got these injuries, and
I have no idea.
you were the only one with him.
100% right hand to God. I have no idea how he got them. Nobody touched anybody. Nobody touched anybody.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like, I think it really rubs people the wrong way that her boyfriend that she claims that she loves a lot is dead. And then we have like this long monologue of like me, 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 me. I this, I that, I this, I that, I this, I that. I'm the one who's good in this relationship. I'm the one who does everything. I'm the one who's helped him turn around. You know, no one knows him like I do. They know that, like, or not they know, but like, you know, I'm the one who like took care of him. Ugh, I don't know. I think it really does rub people the wrong way.
Okay. You had mentioned that you would take photos, videos, just kind of like a proof and just in general.
Yeah, I started documenting at one point, but that was way before, I think, the last time that he got arrested, where he was flying off the deep end.
Okay.
But then I had him bailed out. I got him out of jail.
Right.
But because he had violated the pretrial diversion, this time it's probation, so you don't have a choice in it. You have to go to see your probation officer. You have to go to these classes. It's court ordered. Where it took him a while to get used to it and understand, they're not messing around. I even went down and met his probation officer, which I say, she's wonderful. That's one of my questions to him to talk to you about. Hugged me and said how much she knows that I take care of him. She called me personally one time when George was at work, when he was working. 42-minute phone call. She and I just saying how grateful she is that George has me. And she knows how hard I'm working to help him, just as she is, and just
You think we're going to hear from the probation officer, or do you think they're going to testify?
as the classes will. So once he started actually going on a regular basis to the probation officer, and then to his substance abuse class and his, I don't know what BID stands for, Matters Intervention Program, and actually listening to what it is everyone had to say, he changed. Like I could see a change in him, where before lashing out, he would think about it. And would always come home and show me his papers, and we would look over his papers together. Where it's like, wow, you actually are learning this in class? And some of the stuff that they would show them, like videos, he would come home and be like, Sarah, I'm so sorry for what I've done to you. Because for a video that he watches to make him feel that way, where it's like, oh man, I have done her wrong. But he's changed. He changed.
And that's why you're still with him, even though he's done all these things to you. And
when I tell you I love him, I love him.
Boone, when you love somebody, you have limits.
Everybody tells me that. All my neighbors will tell me that. The office, property manager.
At some point, somebody gets enough, and then they have to do something to defend themselves.
I would just flee. And I don't know if you would like to see on my phone.
So, I mean, some people can watch this and interpret it as like, oh, you know, here's this woman who's battered and she does everything she can to support her boyfriend. She really, really loves him. And then there are other people that might look at this and they can see it as Sarah Boone might be the type of person who likes to have a person like George around because it makes her look better. She gets praised for helping this, you know, piece of shit George that, you know, she's portraying him out to be, right? that it's like, oh my God, you're such a good person. Like from the probation officer, like this guy is like messing up so much, but thank God he has you because now he's attending his meetings. Or like, you know, oh my God, like George, he got arrested so many times. Like, thank God you're there to support. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like, you know how like in cases of like Munchausen by proxy, how there's like mothers, I wonder if there's any dads that do that. I haven't heard any case of dads, but like there's mothers that will make their daughters like really sick because they want to be seen as like a saint, as like someone who's like, oh my God, you're such a good parent for taking care of your child who's like really sick. You must be going through so much. So I wonder if, I don't know. It's like some of the things that she's saying, it's like kind of like some similarities where it's like, you know, people praise me. I'm a good person. You know, they say this, they say that. It's just like, it's a lot of like I said, like a lot of me. Like here's George, and yeah, George sucks, and here I am next to him, and I'm an angel compared to him. I don't know. That's just like kind of like the feeling that the vibes that I get from hearing her talk about herself and talking about George. Oh, who had Jersey Mike's? It sounds good. Publix is an actual grocery chain. Publix is that Safeway? Because I feel like there's a lot of grocery stores that are basically the same chain, but they just have different names. Like out here, we don't have what's called Ralph's, but instead, I think it's called, what is it called again? No, we have Ralph's out here. Sorry, we have Ralph's out here. But then on the East Coast, it's called something else, I think. I took that she's a narcissist because it's all about her, how much it has like damaged her. And it took her, what, like 16 minutes in for her to finally like, you know, maybe like shed some tears and be like, I really miss him. I miss him a lot. I didn't get any sleep last night. Oh, Publix is based in, is it based in Florida? But I think they have Publix in other areas. I think Publix is in the West Coast too, right? Oh, Texas has Heb. Never heard of Heb before. I think when I lived in Georgia, they had Publix. I think there's a Publix out here in, I could have sworn when I went to the desert area, there was a Publix there. I think so. Oh yeah, Kroger. Yeah. Kroger, Albertson. Been a long time since between my visits to the USA. Publix is like mainly an East Coast thing. HEB? Wait, do you pronounce it out HEB? Not Heb? I'm in Arizona. There's no Publix here. I'm aware. I could have sworn there was a Publix when I went to the desert area. What's it called again? Towards like where Coachella is, wherever that area is. Oh, it's HEB? You have to say it HEB? It's in California. What? Hold on a second. I could have sworn there's a Publix out here. Publix? Are there no Publix? Maybe not. Hold on a second. I could have sworn there was a Publix out here. Or... Now I want to know. What grocery store am I thinking of then? Publix. Pavilions? Pavilions is the Safeway, right? Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe I am tripping. Maybe I'm thinking Pavilions. You know what? Maybe I'm thinking of Pavilions. I don't know. They both begin with the P. Wawa. We have Publix, Kroger, Food. Oh my God, Food Lion. I forgot about Food Lion. Hy-Vee? I've never heard of Hy-Vee before. I'm thinking of Palm Springs. Yes, Palm Springs area. Palm Springs and then not Temecula. Where do I usually go? Oh, Joshua Tree. Yeah, I'm thinking of Joshua Tree. Joshua Tree, Palm Springs. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about then. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my God, I forgot about Food Lion. Is Food Lion still a thing? My childhood grocery store was Giant. I don't know if Giant is even a thing anymore. Like Giant, and then Safeway just like, we didn't go to Safeway. We went to Giant. Oh, Giant just felt more comfortable. There's Baker's in Imperial Valley, Desert, Hot Springs. And then there's, what's the other one? Oh, gosh. There's like Food Lion, Giant, Safeway. Oh, I think people really like Aldi's. I haven't been in Aldi's in a while. But there's a grocery store It's a mouthful, so we just call it GOBS, Grocery Outlet Bargain Supermarket, that just has the most random shit in there because they cycle through so much random shit. Oh, Wegmans. Wait, is Wegmans the one that has the giant sushi? Was it Wegmans? Because I remember there was one grocery store that opened and it had like a giant area that was like dedicated to like sushi, sashimi, and stuff like that. It was really cool. Yeah, I love Trader Joe's. Oh my God. Trader Joe's are like, I love Trader Joe's. Harris Teeter. Yes, Harris Teeter was my stuff too. Oh my gosh. Gelson's. Gelson is kind of like a little bit more on the pricier side, right? I think. Slater Bros. I've never heard of Fred Meyer before. Oh my gosh. The Aldi's in Ireland has like homemade stuff and some clothes. What? I've never heard of Little. Oh yeah, Sprouts. I like Sprouts. Yeah, Sprouts is cool. I don't buy my meats there though. The meat is a little too expensive there. But Sprout has a little section where they make subs. I always want to try it. But yeah, I like Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is awesome. Oh, Sprouts we go for the fruits. Because sometimes they got some really sweet fruits at Sprouts. They make sneakers for Aldi's? What? I had no idea. There's another grocery store that also makes clothes as well. That I heard about it recently. Oh, I don't remember. You've worked in most of these places? Here in Germany, Aldi is clearly better than Lidl? I live in DC before moving to Florida, and I miss Wegmans with the fire of 1,000 suns. Yeah, I think Wegmans is the one where it's amazing. It's like a whole... Well, actually, hold on a second. I went to Hawaii recently, and let me just tell you guys, Foodland. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Hawaii, but Foodland was amazing. Oh my gosh, their ready to make food was awesome. They had like spam musubis, they had little Japanese onigiri balls, they had like a whole row of poke bowls. The ready food looked so good. I took videos of it when I was there. I felt like I was a child at Disneyland. There's a Foodland in Alabama. I don't know. Foodland was amazing. I wish I had a Foodland here. Aldi in the UK is way better than Lidl. Don't buy produce at Lidl though. Shit is almost like rotten or close to it. Yeah, there are some Chinese grocery stores that East Coast Chinese grocery stores are not as good as the one here. Maybe things have changed, but growing up, it's like if you go to the Chinese grocery stores in the East Coast. A lot of the vegetables were like already kind of like dinky. There's always like flies everywhere. And it's like, you don't really want to buy your meats there because it's like hit or miss sometimes. And then when I moved to California, people were like, 99 Ranch, like a Chinese grocery store. They're like, oh, you should go there. I'm like, no, I don't trust it. But then I went to 99 Ranch. I was like, oh, 99 Ranch is amazing. Yeah. So, but it was, I'm sure in the East Coast is better now. But yeah, my go-to, H Mart. H Mart was my go-to too. H Mart, 99 Ranch. But they're so far. Too far. Okay. All right, dude. We really, I don't know what happened. We super went off on a tangent. Okay. So Boone clearly tries to stay on top of things. What hints at consciousness of guilt in your opinion? Costco. Oh, dude. Costco's a shit show sometimes. You have to be really strategic at what time you go to Costco because it's wild. You got to make sure, because the Costco is also right next to the Costco gas station, and there's a lot of people that line up for the Costco gas station, just like how there's a lot of people that go into Costco. So whenever you go to Costco, you got to make sure it's not when all the people are lining up for the Costco gas, and then when, because sometimes it's hard to get into the parking lot, and then when there's not a shit ton of people at Costco, like you got to be like strategic when you go to Costco, otherwise it's a little too crazy here. Yeah, I love H Mart. Oh my gosh. Love H Mart. Lidl is very high quality and it has major brands for cheaper. I wonder if Lidl is like, because we have some grocery stores here where it's like, I forgot what it's called. There's one where it's like Ralph's, but basically whatever Ralph's can't sell, they send it to the other grocery store. So it's usually like, dented stuff, things that are like kind of like beat up, not in like the best condition. Or if there's like some meats or fruits and stuff like that. Well, actually, no, I feel like the meats are so fine. Maybe some stuff that's like, a little bit closer to the end of shelf life. I don't know. I'm actually not sure because every time I go there, the meats are fine. The veggies are a little bit kind of weird. Like sometimes when you go there, the potatoes are like super green. I don't know. Oh yeah, food for less. Yeah, food for less. Yeah. I like food for less. I would just go for the meat section. And it was completely fine. But the vegetables and the fruits were I don't know. It's like you buy it and then there's already fungus the next day. The Orange County website just added 2 amended witness list docs. I saw that was uploaded, or sorry, I saw that there was a space for that, but I didn't see the files attached to it. Let's see. Oh, they put in the second one. I think it's just like, oh, here's the new witness list. I don't think it's actually going to tell us. Yeah. All right. So they amended their witness list. All right. We'll keep on refreshing. We'll keep on waiting. All right. Back to the interrogation.
Phone, or I think it's actually on a laptop. I actually, because, and you have to understand too, I have, like, prior to classes in PO, kicked him out. How many times? I had him arrested. How many times?
But you also went down and bailed him out.
I know.
The next day.
I know.
What's on your laptop?
What was I going to tell you? Oh, previously, I actually looked up how to file a restraining order.
Okay.
Because I would kick him out, his parents, because of them constantly having to take him back in, his bags of clothes, all his stuff. The last time, the father came out and irate and just not even, I don't even know if he knew Lucas was in the car, just opened the back of my car and just started throwing all his crap and just throwing it, like the car would jostle, he was throwing all his stuff. At that point, because I continually did it, not continually, I think I maybe did it 3 times, and he has nowhere else to go, they got fed up and said, nope, either you're staying there or you're staying here. But if you're staying here at their place, it's permanent. You're not going back over there anymore. So what happens is, he pursues me. So I don't know if y'all know where Katie Way Trail is. Okay, so it's literally right there from our apartment. Would ride his bike to work, but before he would leave extra early and come up to the wall, stand on top of his bike and poke his head over, because he would know that I would be outside having my morning cigarette and cup of coffee. And I would also know, too, what time he would get off of work, where I would know, come getting off of work, he's going to do the same thing. So it's not like I ever got, like, a break from him, where I told you all yesterday, or whenever it was, I started to feel that it was too much togetherness. And when you have too much togetherness, friction happens. So I'm going to go ride my bike. I'm going to go upstairs and read a book. But what does he say? Every waking moment, he wants to be with me. So, and mind you, our townhome is either upstairs or downstairs. So it's like, if you would like to sit downstairs and watch a movie or play on the laptop, look at some jobs, you're more than welcome to. I'm just going to be upstairs maybe watching one of my shows or maybe reading a book. So, and then when that would happen.
What kind of shows do you think Sarah Boone watches?
We really needed that. So what's for dinner? And then we would cook together and eat dinner and then crawl in the bed and watch a movie.
Are you talking about this is, like, recent? You kind of, like, lost me. Like, what are you...
Yeah, you kind of lost me too, Sarah. I feel like we're just, like, diarrhea at the mouth right now.
A little while ago.
But now you're talking about tension building up and that you need space. So have you been feeling that way lately, or?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay, my thing is, too, so you all know, I hate that you can't talk to her, but Dee, his ex-wife, when I say a monster, she's a monster. Like, she withholds their children from speaking to him. So he gets upset about that, and then she, like, completely berates him about money, about the father that he is, what he did to her, all this other stuff. It doesn't matter. I mean, mind you, this is not, like, been recent, but, which is why he doesn't even bother calling anymore, because he knows that she's going to answer and he's going to have to talk to her, so therefore he can't talk to his daughter. The other time he talked to her, made her talk to Cookie. That's on my cell phone, too, so you can see it.
Okay.
Wait, she gives Grey Anatomy vibes? Wait, people who watch Grey Anatomy, what kind of vibes do they give off? Real Housewives, WWF. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
What does she have to do, though, with anything about what happened Sunday and into Monday?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
What does this have to do with anything?
Like, previously, why the incidents would happen is she plays a big part in it.
Okay.
On top of job and money and groceries and all that.
Okay.
Sunday, when I tell you this, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Is there anybody else at the house?
No, it's just me and him.
Since talking yesterday, do you remember any, like, timelines better? Like, what time you guys were playing, what time he was zipped up in the luggage, what time you went upstairs?
We started because we cleaned the house a little bit, did some laundry.
You started the activities around 4, you said?
Yes, around 4:30ish, and then...
You just said that it was dark when you were playing hide and seek, and I'm just curious if you remember...
But when we were outside, that's where we would start and talk about things, and then eventually I was the one that had him come inside, so we could...
About what time, do you remember what time that was, is what she's asking?
And you said you went up to bed around
Midnight-ish.
fell asleep around 12:30-ish, but those are the only times I have. So I have 4 and I have midnight, so there's a big gap. So I'm just curious, like, if you recall when you went upstairs to hide in the shower, or...
Like when we started to play hide and seek.
Yeah.
Well, we went inside probably about, if I had to guess, we weren't out there too long, maybe about 6-ish. Then...
You're talking about from hanging out outside and, like...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we have 2 beach chairs that are out there and
Right.
just enjoy the weather.
Gotcha.
Plus it started to get dark and gnats and mosquitoes.
Yeah.
So let's go inside. I don't want to be out here anymore.
Okay.
All right, let's go. So we're doing whatever. We did it for a while because that puzzle, I don't know if they took it or they saw it. Worked on the puzzle again, finished it. Started to paint. Well, started listening to music for a little bit. Started to paint. Can we turn the music off? No problem. Started at the top, paint, whatever. Maybe, gosh, that puzzle, we worked on that for probably a good hour and a half. So 8 o'clock-ish?
Is when you went to
9 o'clock?
hide upstairs originally?
No, that's when we were like painting. So then it's like, okay, well, I don't want to paint anymore. Let's just, come on. Okay, you want to play hide and seek? What he does is, okay, tag, you're it. So it's like, okay, we know. Okay, take off.
She watches travel shows, how to pack your suitcase. Dan Russell, thank you so much for the $1.99. Actually, there is this YouTube channel or there's actually a couple YouTube channels out there that recommends what carry-on bags to get, and then they like pack everything all nice and neatly in there, and then they take it out. I don't know. There's something about that that's like therapeutic to watch. That's not how you play the game. I'm a little confused. Are they playing hide and go seek, or are they playing Hag? Are they playing tag? or is it? Yeah, I don't know if she knows how games are played either. I'm a little confused.
That's what we did.
And then you went upstairs, and then he didn't come up, and you came down, and the suitcase was there originally because you guys were planning to do donations, so it was already there. Have you guys ever played you said you played hide and seek like probably 3 times in your relationship?
Mm-hmm.
When you have played, have you ever zipped him up in a suitcase prior?
No.
Okay. So it was just kind of like that prop was there, and it was there,
Yes.
and it was in play because...
Why do you say it like that, though?
I would never do that.
You would never zip them up in a suitcase?
Well, I mean...
I mean, we were playing.
No, I know,
that time, but
I'm saying, I'm talking about hide and seek, which is a game, so...
the suitcase originally is in our closet, buried all the way to the back. If you, I know the CSI people saw our closet. Our closet needs to be cleaned out really bad. My son's clothes need to be cleaned out really bad because they don't fit him anymore, and I'm tired of looking at them. So he took it upon himself, including that suitcase, to take it downstairs so we can get all of our clothes, our donations and everything, and just leave the whole thing by the clothing and shoe thing at my son's school.
Gotcha. No, I'm just asking, in the past, like, have you ever zipped him up in anything, jokingly or not, but obviously I understand, you know, you're claiming that Sunday it was a joking matter, you were laughing, he was laughing, but what I'm just asking is in the past, like, is it something that you guys normally do?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We were actually this last game running out of places to hide because we have a townhome where it's upstairs or downstairs. So.
Okay, so do you remember making any...
I just don't know how she didn't overnight marinate on this whole hide and go seek idea thing, and then thought, you know what, maybe I should drop it. Maybe I should just be like, hey guys, when I talked to you guys, I was pretty fucking drunk still. I was like really hungover. We weren't really playing hide and go seek. I don't know why I said that. I was just like out of my mind. I was like really shocked, I guess. Like, I wonder, it had to marinate in her mind at some point. That's like, this hide and go seek thing sounds like a really bad idea to tell the cops about.
Videos, or maybe having any photos, videos that you remember doing on your phone on Sunday?
No.
No?
I think I took a picture of a dog.
Okay. But your phone is password protected, you have the password, he has the facial recognition, so it's not like someone else could be on your phone.
No, I have both.
But you have the face and the password?
Yes.
Yeah, but he only has the face, correct?
No.
To be able to get onto your phone, you told me that he looks at the phone.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were asking if I did. Yes, it's me.
Okay. Does he have access to your phone? Because you said it's your phone. Okay, how does he have access?
Sarah, can I borrow your phone? Yeah, it's right there on the kitchen counter.
Okay, but how does he get into it because it's password protected?
He'll come and get it to me and I'll just do the face thing. Where sometimes too, like, he'll joke with me and say, okay, I need to borrow your phone. And he'll hold it while I'm cooking or something, do the facial recognition.
Okay, so he doesn't know the password and he doesn't have the facial recognition.
No.
He is the only other person that would use your phone, I'm
Yes.
assuming other
Well,
than...
Lucas.
Right. But Lucas wasn't there Sunday. Right. So, to your recollection, no videos on Sunday?
Not that
Yeah, that's kind of odd. If George doesn't have his own personal cell phone and he uses Sarah's phone for phone calls, especially between like him and his daughters, other family members, it is kind of weird that he wouldn't just have her password, right? If you're sharing a phone, then you might as well just give the other person the password instead of having them come up to you every time and doing the facial recognition thing or waiting for you to put in your passcode in.
I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, I get my son, I maybe took a picture of them, the two of Tess and
The dogs.
and George and had them dancing, but I mean, it's just Tess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I have something that I want to show you that we found, and it was from your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
Oh my gosh. I wish the webcam was recording so we can record her reaction when she saw this. I can't see her face.
No, I don't remember that.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me.
Your battery's about to die.
Shut it down.
What? Oh my god, so fucking weird. Let's say you forgot about this. Like she truly, utterly forgot that she recorded this. And you see a recording. There's a suitcase. You can hear George, obviously in the suitcase. And then the thing that pops up to you, oh, hey, your battery's gonna die. Like the way that she said it so fucking casually while viewing this video, I think it just really tells a lot about how she feels about George and how she really sees him. I think she just saw him as an accessory in order to boast how good of a person she is because she's helping this poor George guy.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't remember that.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me.
Your battery's about to die.
Shut it down.
Oh, okay.
Let me.
The battery doesn't last very long.
It used to last a lot longer than that. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Let me just grab some.
All right.
Hey, Jasmine, how are you doing today? Yeah, it's like, hey, they're females. They can totally be the glam squad. I'm like, what if they don't know how to put makeup on other people? And then are you going to reimburse them? Because, like, I wouldn't want someone else, you know, using my own personal brushes, mascara, lipstick. I wouldn't be using that on someone else that I didn't know. Like, who's going to reimburse me for that? I think when he said it, he tried to correct himself really quickly. I was like, oh, actually, they're, like, not paralegals. One is, like, already an attorney, and the other one's, like, a consultant.
No, I was just simply asking because
like, I don't think Owens means to be, like, malicious or anything like that. He kind of gives me Elaine vibes sometimes, where he's just kind of, like, not really thinking sometimes. Maybe. Sometimes.
you had a look on your face when she asked you if you've ever done that before. You looked kind of shocked.
Well, actually, hold on a second. Oh, gosh, hold on. I actually rewatched some parts of Elaine trying to still... Do you guys remember, like, after the trial, after the verdict came out, and then Elaine was, like, doing those interviews? I think that's what really made me not like Elaine, was, like, during those interviews. Because I was like, you know, she's... I don't know. Those interviews where she was, like, doubling down so hard. So annoying to watch. All right, sorry. I'm pivoting.
No, I was just simply asking because you had a look on your face when she asked you if you've ever done that before. You looked kind of shocked and...
No.
Okay, why did you say it like that? Like,
I don't think you all understand who I am, where...
Okay. Well, tell me.
I mean, I've always been a straight-A student. I am an outstanding mother to my son.
And I don't know how straight A student... like, I'm so sorry, but, like, do y'all still talk about how you're a straight A student when that was 20 years ago? It's like, say, you know, you get called in because you got in trouble from your boss, you did the billing wrong, and you completely fucked up. And then your boss is like, hey, like, what's your explanation for this? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've always been a straight A student, so I don't know how this happened. It's like, excuse me, when did you graduate from high school again?
Okay, why did you say it like that? Like,
I don't think you all understand who I am, where...
Okay. Well, tell me.
I mean, I've always been a straight-A student. I am an outstanding mother to my son.
Okay.
I excel at everything. I would not do that.
I excel at everything. You know what? The state had their own expert to evaluate Sarah. I can't wait to hear what he says, or she. They. I can't wait to hear what they say about Sarah.
You wouldn't zip somebody in a suitcase?
Well, I didn't like completely lock it. I mean, I opened it with one finger. I left enough in there for him to get out.
Okay.
And I wasn't planning on going upstairs and going to sleep.
Okay. No, it was just the way you said it.
You guys are scaring me.
Why?
Well, we just want you to watch this. This came from your phone. Don't you want to know what's on it?
Yes, please. Is it long? Because I don't know how much I can take.
No.
I don't know how much I can take.
Me. Is it long? It's like you've only watched, what, like 5 seconds of it? How long was George in the suitcase? How long was he in the just? Oh gosh, I don't know. Sarah Boone just like, even though you would think by now we're still used to Sarah Boone through all the letters that we read, through all the hearings, the back and forth and stuff like that. I don't know. I still like Sarah Boone still surprises me. She just still surprises me. I don't know why.
I don't know how to find her.
I don't know how much I can take.
I don't know how to find her.
Do I have to watch this? I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it. Is that okay?
Well, it's on your phone, and you can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
No.
Yeah, and I think that's what happens when you confront Sarah Boone about certain things. It's like, okay, well, you're confronting me about this bad thing. I'm going to turn it around and make myself the victim in this. So I haven't slept. I've been throwing up. Like, do I have to watch this? Like, I just feel so sick.
You've done to me. For everything you've done to me. Fuck you.
And
Fuck you.
That's you. Your voice.
Stupid. That's my name. Don't wear it up.
I can't fucking breathe it.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
I don't want to watch it, please.
Dan, thank you so much for the $4.99. Dan Russell, I have read and watched everything about Sarah. She's trying to control everything by her belief that she is smarter than everyone else. And I'm sure when she realized she had to go pro se and, you know, she had to do all the whole legal jargon, running her own motions and stuff like that, she probably realized at that point, like, you know what, I am actually not smart enough to do this. Maybe I should have been nicer to my attorneys, maybe, perhaps. But thank you so much for the $4.99. I really do appreciate your support. Thank you. Yeah, definitely getting a like for that one. Thank you.
Last time we talked to you, you had said that you put him in the suitcase, you had 2 fingers hanging out. And you
I
went
flipped
to
him
bed.
over. I flipped him over, and that's where it was.
There's
I think I forgot that she said that. I can't believe she just admitted that she flipped him over while he was still in the suitcase. Man, I feel like truths are just trickling in. You know, when detectives are talking to a suspect who just loves to talk, loves to talk, it's like sometimes you get some truth trickling in and, you know, it's probably not a good look for her.
2 different videos and a still picture where, yeah, it shows you flipping him in different positions and him saying that he can't breathe and you saying fuck
So
you.
this is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
It was flipped up.
right, it was flipped up normal,
Yes.
like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image is upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now he's obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay.
And the way she says it, I flipped it. Duh, you fucking idiot. Like that tone that she says. It's like there's just no sympathy whatsoever.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep.
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah.
But not intentional.
No, you told me you went upstairs because you were
Stop
getting
here.
ready for bed.
Stopped here.
Okay, but
Where's here?
show me where you can see any fingers coming out, because there's the end.
And his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, rather than going all the way up, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't know, like, what you want me to tell you.
I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the other video.
I understand.
He's begging for you to let him out. You sound...
I will say, though, when Sarah's testifying, I don't think we're going to get this side of Sarah because she's had about almost 5 years to really thought about how she's going to tell the story, how she's going to be a lot more calmer on the stand and not be like this here. I don't know. Maybe it'll come out of her, or maybe she has matured by then and that she's not like this anymore. Because I can tell you, if we get a bit of this testifying on the stand, it's already hard for Sarah Boone. I'm just saying, it's gonna be really hard for Sarah Boone. But if we get this testifying on the stand, it's just like it's gonna be really. I don't know. I want to say it's gonna be really game over, but I feel like it's already kind of there.
You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end, it sounds kind of like a...
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying fuck you,
It's not malicious.
then what is that?
What does fuck you mean to you?
Well,
Like
Like
if
I
you were
wanna
to,
have
if I were
sex
to
with you?
tell my
like he
partner-
does. Like, I get called everything but a white woman, so
Okay.
my intention was not to leave him in there. Please understand that. My intention was not to leave him.
What? I get called everything but a white woman? What? Who's she responding to?
in there.
But you went upstairs thinking that he could get himself
Yes.
out, but the video shows
That's
at
what I
no
told
point
you.
can I see his fingers.
He'll be
it
up here any
looks
minute.
And then 30 minutes later, he didn't show.
And he's telling you,
And I
he
didn't
can't
wake
breathe.
up.
Do you
He's
think
not
he's
able to get
joking?
out.
You told me he was laughing, and
We were
the
before.
video, there's no
When we first got in
laughing.
there, both of us were.
So how long was he in there for? Like, this video is at 11:12 when it starts, so was he in there for like a long time prior to you recording this?
No.
So it goes from funny to no longer funny,
But
and
I
you're the
didn't-
only one laughing.
But I didn't think that he,
Wait, did she try to say that both of them were actually in the suitcase? So like she went in first and then he went in afterwards?
was, like, panicky. Like,
So pushing up on a suitcase saying, Sarah, 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 I can't breathe.
George has done that in the past before, too, where it's just like he thinks that he's woe is me kind of thing, where it's like, I
Well,
don't
he's
think.
never been locked in a suitcase. That's
No.
why he couldn't get out. So
Yeah, this is definitely like a glimpse of the relationship. I think she downplayed a lot of things about George because she's like saying, you know, she's being confronted with, okay, well, George is in the suitcase. He sounds like he's panicking. He says he can't get out. He can't breathe. And then she's like, but George always does this, okay? He always pretends to be panicky. I don't, like, he's just being stupid. Like, I just feel like there's so much downplaying happening. And even when confronted with this crucial evidence, there's still a lot of downplaying. Like, he says he can't breathe. So what? He's done this before. How do I know that he wasn't just pretending?
It's kind of, I thought it was
And
the
you know
boy
the oxygen
crying wolf kind of thing.
Okay.
And again, my plan.
But nowhere in there is he laughing, is he joking. He is begging. And you're the only one laughing.
Okay.
And you're the only one saying derogatory comments. Like you're mad.
No. Please don't, I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but, like, it's like you guys are kind of trying to, like, feed me. Like,
No, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
well,
Blame, 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 deflect, deflect, deflect.
I know what,
You know what's on that video now?
No.
You remember making that video?
no,
Why don't you remember making the video?
probably because we had been drinking.
But you weren't drunk.
Just because I went upstairs and, just because you're drunk doesn't mean that
You told us times that you were not drunk. You said that you had your wits about you. You said he had his wits about you.
Mhm.
You said that you don't like not having your wits. In my experience, if somebody cannot remember doing something to the extent of making 2 videos and taking a photo, they are intoxicated.
Okay. I understand where you all are coming from.
Well,
I
we're
get
just trying
it.
to make sense of it. We're trying to
I get it.
figure out
We're
what
trying to
you're
figure
saying.
out this
You
video.
explain it to us.
No, I wish they let her answer that. I wish they let her answer that. It's like, why don't you remember making this video? No. Why didn't you remember making this video? I thought you said you weren't drunk.
We're listening.
I just did. Like, we were playing, and then, like, I thought it was, my plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep. My plan was not to, he'll be up here any minute.
But
But
you
again-
willingly went upstairs and went to sleep. No one forced you to go upstairs and get
My
ready
plan
for
wasn't
bed.
also to leave him in the suitcase,
So why didn't you take him out?
because I went upstairs, and then I fell asleep.
But why didn't you consciously think, he's asking to come out, he
I
can't
didn't do it
breathe.
intentionally.
What do you think is going to happen if you leave somebody in a confined space like that?
Well, I thought by not zipping it up all the way, it would be okay. My plan was not to leave him in the
And what was
suitcase,
your plan?
waiting for him to come upstairs.
And then when he did it?
I fell asleep.
You said you were up there 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, somebody not coming up.
Knowing that the last time you saw him was in the suitcase, 30 minutes later, you're like, maybe I should go check on him, maybe I shouldn't?
No.
Well, that didn't cross your mind because
That's
it didn't happen.
that's like an assumption. Like, that's what you all are thinking. Just,
We're asking.
it's the
You
whole,
tell us.
it's the drinking. That's what it is. It's the drinking. I thought it was, like, I thought he was okay. Like, I didn't, that, you
He's
all.
telling you he's not. He's telling you, Sarah, I can't breathe. He's saying your name, and you're like, that's my name, don't wear it out.
Guys, that's how we are with each other. Like, nobody understands our relationship. The whole suitcase thing never happened before.
Would you leave someone else in a suitcase? Would you leave Lucas in a suitcase jokingly? Because it was a
No.
joking matter. You put him in there jokingly. Would you leave Lucas jokingly in there? And you love Lucas, right? And you
I
love
wouldn't do
George.
that to him either. I wouldn't do that to him.
So I just,
Well, it's not like, again, I don't think you all understand. Like,
I mean,
that was not my intention.
Well,
Y'all don't have any idea what
by
I've
your
done for
acts,
him.
But by your acts, and that's exactly right. You get to the point where you've done so much for somebody and they don't show
No.
you any appreciation,
He did.
not by your words in the video. I don't get that.
He did.
Because you bring
Yeah, I wonder if they knew that at that time. Because I saw that the article that was written about Sarah Boone, it was a little bit after. I could have sworn it was like pretty quick after Sarah Boone, when this happened. I think it was in 2020 where they found that Sarah Boone, and like it was a picture on Facebook with Lucas in the suitcase, and then someone actually called Child Protection Services, and they like showed up to her door or something.
up the fact that when he's choking you, you can't breathe. That's how you felt when he cheated on you. You couldn't breathe. And you verbally several times told him,
Not cheated on
just
me.
fuck you.
well, you said it in
you
the video, but you won't let us play the rest of it 'cause you don't
And
want
you-
to.
When I say
told him.
cheating, it's on his phone.
Okay. Cheating is cheating.
I
And
think
if
so
you-
too.
Exactly.
It's your definition of cheating, though, so, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what the word cheat means.
And that's what you told him in the video. That I couldn't breathe when you cheated on me.
No.
That's how I felt when he said, Sarah, I can't breathe. And you told him,
I don't know
fuck
what
you.
you, this is
What would you say
life-changing.
if somebody told you that they had done this?
someone.
You said somebody in a suitcase and went up and went to bed.
Do you all not think, so you all think that it's like, oh good, I got him in there, now I'm gonna go to sleep? Is that what you guys are trying to assume? Or trying to like,
The video is very portraying of the opposite of what you told us.
no.
It is not leading up, it is not matching what statement you gave us in the car.
So,
And that's why we want to know,
and I
the
don't remember
injuries-
doing those.
the injuries are not consistent with what you told us. So we have a lot of inconsistencies, and this video explains itself.
No. I copy and pasted it from my YouTube channel. I don't remember that reference from 14. I figured maybe you guys remember it, so I posted it in there. Hannibal, I posted it in my Twitch chat. She's making me so angry. Yeah, I forgot how bad this interrogation was. But there was a lot of things that I didn't know because not everything was covered in the JCS video. They picked like the highlights of it. But I forgot there was like so many other things that happened in the interrogation that she said. Oh, it's from Gaius. Such devastation, it wasn't my intention. It's from Hannibal Crossing in YouTube chat. One of the best usernames, by the way. That's what she should have been doing, cleaning her closet, not playing stupid games, making George play with her instead of him doing his own thing. I didn't see how he could cheat. He didn't have a job or phone or a way to get around. Oh, Praetorium. I remember Praetorium. Yes, I remember Praetorium. Praetorium was in the first one, right? In what was the first one called again? Not Heaven's Ward. Stormblood? No. Before that.
It really, truly does.
You don't think that I have thought about that?
Thought about the video or thought about...
But no, again, if you don't mind, please. So you all are assuming that it's like, oh, good, I got him in there, now I'm going to go to sleep? Is that what you all are assuming?
Well, it's not an assumption when that's what you told us that happened.
I mean, I don't know, Sarah. You're the one who said it. All right, nothing yet on the Orange County website.
That's what happened.
And the video,
Yeah.
I mean,
But I'm not going to say,
you thought he could
Those
get out
are-
on his
yes.
own. But the video shows that he cannot get out on his own.
but when I unzipped it with one finger.
From the outside.
But it had the hole in it.
And you're claiming that it had a paper clip, so that's what assisted you in doing it.
No.
Is what you told us.
When I had my sweatshirt, I said I thought it had a paper clip on it. It's got,
But the zipper part is broken. That
yes, which is why we were going to zip it.
Yeah.
I just,
You were able to unzip it from the outside very easily, because that's the way they're designed.
but you could on the inside too. I don't know how.
But why wouldn't he have gotten himself out if he could?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if you saw, like, where the hole was. I don't
I
know.
didn't see a hole.
No,
I didn't see no
hole.
fingers
You're the
sticking
only
out.
one that's what I'm saying. Like, he's in one position, and where his head would be, we should be able to see fingers. And then when it's flipped over onto this right side, again, his head is closer to us facing the video, so we should be able to see fingers. And we don't see anything. We see no movement of him trying to unzip it or physically unzipping it. All we see is pushing up.
Hey! Is it Cookie or Kookie? Thank you so much for joining the membership. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. The suitcase is standing up. Wouldn't the pressure of George's body have made it more difficult, even if there was an opening? I do have to hand it to someone. A suitcase is a hella good hide and go seek spot. Lethal but brilliant. You guys ever watch that movie, the M. Night Shyamalan movie? Not Signs. The one that was like really good with what's his name again? Why does his name escape me? But there's this part where the kid like hides in the closet or something, and then didn't he get stuck in there? That was always like one of my fears when I was playing hide and go seek as a kid. Like, I would make sure like there might be some good hiding spots, but I ain't hiding in there. There's a way for me to get trapped in there. Oh yeah, The Sixth Sense, right? Wasn't there a scene where the kid hid in the closet and then they like trapped him in the closet and then he was like stuck in there? Oh hell no! In the dryer, no. In the dryer, no. Oh god, I don't know, man. Was it Mel Gibson? No, not Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson is Signs, or was Mel Gibson also in Sixth Sense? I'm talking about Will. No, Will. What's his name again? I forgot. Oh, the bullies forced him into the closet. Oh, he wasn't playing hide and go seek. Oh, just kidding. I got Bruce Willis. Oh, Bruce Willis. Okay, I got like some of his name right. I haven't seen that. I gotta rewatch that movie. I love that movie. Gotta watch it for Halloween horror month. At the birthday party, the ghost trapped him in the attic. Wait, I don't remember that. The ghost trapped in the attic. The friends just watched till his mom heard him screaming, got him out. Okay, I gotta rewatch. I'll let you guys know what really happened. Dan, thank you so much again for the $9.99. Dan says, how will Sarah react when the jury rolls her eyes when she is on the witness stand, or when the DA asks tough questions, or when the judge cuts her off? It's gonna be a shit show. I think she did a pretty good job in maintaining composure during yesterday's testimony and cross-examination. Because I thought she was going to do some eye rolly. I thought she was going to flip out a little bit more. But I think she did a really good job at kind of like maintaining her composure. However, that was only like, that testimony that she did was only going to be like a fraction of the time, if she does testify in the stand. Because, you know, sometimes when you're testifying in the stand for over a day or half a day, you start losing your patience a little bit. You know, it's kind of hard to keep up with that facade. But, you know, like I said, maybe she's matured by now and she's actually, sorry, what the fuck am I saying? The letters. And then we've seen how she is in the court. I'm like, maybe Sarah Boone's a little bit more mature now. It's like, I forgot the letters. Oh yeah, if you guys have any recommendations on what to watch for Halloween Horror Month, let me know. If there's anything new or anything old, let me know. We gotta watch a horror movie every day. Oh, actually, I don't know. We haven't had time to. Oh no, we're already behind by 3 days. We watched again last night. They coached her. Yeah, they had to coach her. They definitely had to coach her. Like, okay, Sarah, the camera's gonna be on you. Try to keep it neutral out there when you're testifying, okay? And don't be acting crazy now. Yeah, they definitely had to. Hide and Seek with Dakota Fanning. I haven't heard that one before. Dude, the Jodi Arias trial is crazy. I was trying to live stream and watch all the direct examination, cross examination. Dude, I think she was on direct examination for like 3 weeks. I'm like, I feel so bad for the jury that had to be there for that trial. And then I think cross examination was like 10 days or something. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing anymore. If they're gonna have people testifying up there for that long, that's wild. I was like, do they not have a cutoff time of how long this trial was gonna be? Yeah, it was crazy. Ooh, I like William Dafoe. High Tension. Oh, I love High Tension. Is High Tension the one where initially she was a victim, she was targeted, and then she kind of like turned everything around and she like hunted the killers? Yes, I love Cabin in the Woods. That one's a good one. Okay, I'm gonna write these recommendations down while we go back to the interrogation.
Trying to push out of it.
Please do not assume.
I'm not assuming. I haven't assumed anything. I follow evidence.
But my intention was not, again, oh good, I got him in there, now I'm just going to go to sleep.
What do you think someone that knows nothing about this or hears just a little bit like, oh, they were playing around in a suitcase
She's been
and
drinking,
then watching
probably
that
went
video?
to sleep. That's what happened.
Maybe Sarah Boone just doesn't know how to put herself in other people's perspective, because no, that is not what people are gonna think. Like, oh, it was just a mistake. It just happened.
Like, oh, they were playing around in a suitcase
She's been drinking,
and then watching that
probably went
video.
to sleep. That's what happened.
But you let him out before. I mean, you put him in, so why didn't you take him out?
Because I was upstairs and I fell asleep.
No, before you went upstairs. You, like, consciously had to walk upstairs. I mean, you obviously remember going to bed because you were able to give me a time frame on that. And you specifically told me that you went upstairs.
My intention is not for this to happen. I am sick about it. I've never done anything like this before in the past. I am sick, especially with that. I thought I couldn't sleep last night. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. You tell us last night, you vividly remember this when you told us last night, that he was laughing, you were laughing, you put him in the suitcase, he has 2 fingers sticking out, and you go to bed. Now we see something totally different, and it actually shows you upset, and again, using derogatory terms to him when he's begging for his life to get out of that suitcase.
So
what,
but my thing
you
is
say we're assuming, we're not assuming,
but
we're
the
telling you
fingers,
what's on there.
so it just happened to be that whenever I was videotaping or doing whatever else it was, just happened to not have that in it.
Okay. And you also, in the video, you can't see any holes. There's nowhere in that where the zipper separates and you can see a hole. If there's a hole, he's pushing on it, begging you to get out. We should probably see that hole.
He essentially would have been able to get out.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Based off what you're telling us, he should have been able to get out.
Okay.
But the video shows him attempting to get out, begging to get out, and he can't. So that's just what we're trying to figure out. I don't know if maybe you had too much to drink, you zipped it up all the way, and then,
I did not zip it up all the way.
Okay, well.
I did not zip it up all the way.
Oh my God, what is it, like a wine? I see notes of Amber, Sherry Papini, Letitia Stack, Lori Vallow, Ezra McCandles. Oh, Ezra McCandles, she testified in her trial, right? I want to watch that one. Oh, I did watch Hiding and Seek. Yeah, Dakota Fanning and Robert De Niro. Okay, yeah, I added it to my list.
This is horrific, okay? Horrific.
It is terrible.
Yeah, so
Horrific. I don't think I'll ever be right because of this. Ever be right. Dealing with everything else that I have in my life, personally, and then this,
Okay.
whom I loved, it was not intentional. I will put my hand on the Bible. It was not intentional. I would not do that to him nor anyone else.
But you did.
Not intentional.
Will they bring the suitcase to the courtroom? Probably. Yeah, so the jury can see.
You intentionally went up to bed.
I didn't intentionally go to bed because I'm thinking, okay, good, he can get out.
How did you not intentionally go to bed? You said you went upstairs and got into bed. That's intentionally going to bed.
Waiting for him.
And he doesn't come, but you don't go down to check on him.
So I happen to go to sleep. When I say go to sleep,
And what do you
goes
normally
off,
do when
what
you
are
go
we
to
going to
bed?
do?
What do you normally do when you go to bed?
What do you mean?
What is a bed for? Going to sleep.
Right.
So you go to
But
bed to
obviously
do
you
what?
can tell too that, like, I've
You
been
go to
drinking
bed to do
also.
what? Okay. You kept telling us, hey, I wasn't intoxicated. I wasn't this. I wasn't that.
Hey, Dan. Dan, thank you so much for joining the membership. Welcome, welcome. Enjoy your emotes. And thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, thank you. And then I thank you guys all for just being here. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for having me in the background. Thanks for lurking. Can they put Sarah in to see if she can get out? Oh, they won't do that. I don't think she was completely right before this. Anyone who kills another is not completely normal. Mm-hmm. The Bible means nothing to Sarah. Lurking. Thanks, Richie. No coercion here at all. Guys, listen to me. I have to tell you, it wasn't intentional. You have to believe me. Oh, wait. There's Smile 2? Oh, sorry. I read Smile 1. Smile was so scary. It was one of the scariest horror movie ever. That's pretty savage. That movie's so creepy. Just having someone stare at you and smile, and then you extend their lips out a little bit more. She deleted the videos. I don't know if she did or not. I have no idea. Maybe they'll mention it in this interrogation. Madison! Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Smile was scary. Remember that scene when the woman was sitting in the car? Oh my God.
Being drunk and intoxicated, which, yes, you can tell that I had been drinking, but...
Okay. So if you weren't intoxicated, then why would you ever leave somebody in a suitcase that's begging to get out, that's telling you they can't breathe?
If I hadn't been drinking, you still think it would be the same thing? Where it's like, hop in, I'm gonna go to sleep. Is that what you all are trying to do? To portray me as?
I'm not trying to do anything. I'm simply asking you to explain to me what happened.
Everything was fine and dandy.
I wouldn't call it
Everything
fine and dandy.
was fine and dandy.
Explain
You all
to me how.
don't, okay, for me to tell you this, again, mind you, I've been without him for a day now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yes, detective. Play the video while she's talking.
I mean, I don't know what you all want me to tell you, because this was not in any way, shape, or form, hand on the Bible, intentional.
Okay. So you just left
I didn't kill him.
You left him there to teach him a lesson?
I didn't mean to leave him there. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You got up and walked away. How is that not intentionally leaving him there?
Because I'm looking at the hole, knowing that it's there. He'll get out no problem. Because you don't.
Then he doesn't, but you don't go check on him. You say you're up for 30 minutes, and he doesn't come up. You don't go down and check on him?
I'm in the bed.
You even moved.
And so
you admit to moving the suitcase like over. So
You roll it.
You roll it over. Like it's not like
I didn't want it to be like that. Don't.
you didn't want him to be upside down. How do you even get upside down?
All right.
Oh, I remember. Oh my God. I was like, what was she saying?
Don't.
You didn't want him to be upside down. How do you even get upside down?
All right. You guys are killing me right now.
I just want you to hear.
That's how he talks to me most of the time. I don't know how you want me to say it.
I'm just trying to figure out what you would expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a suitcase.
I didn't mean to leave him in there.
Okay.
What's your reasoning for not calling 911 sooner?
Because I didn't know what to do and how horrific it was. I called Brian, and 5 minutes later I called you guys? Not even 5 minutes. Nonetheless, that I had to I was trying to do CPR.
Why did you call Brian, though? Why not just call 911 right away?
I was trying to do CPR. I had to get him out and try to do CPR, and then called you guys. And then was continually doing CPR with the dispatch on the phone, where he had me count out loud to help me focus on what I was doing.
After this, we have Courtney Clenny. Yeah, that one's a wild one. Do we know the timeline of when the trial might happen or anything like that? I feel like we've just kind of been in limbo. Do we know anything about that?
It just, I don't know how, I mean, you can sit here all day long and say, I thought he was going to get himself out, but he didn't, and you went upstairs, and you stayed there for 30 minutes before you fell asleep.
But can I say, too,
You chose not to ever at any point during that 30 minutes walk back down and check on him.
No, wait 1 second, because I know, with you all, and then, because you continually ask me, time frames, where I told you, I don't bother even looking at the clock most of the time. So it's a guesstimate. So for all I know, maybe it was 10 minutes.
Okay. But the point is, you left the living room where he was begging for help and went upstairs. Regardless of how long you were there, you left. You say,
I thought he was the boy calling wolf. Again.
Okay.
So when he asked to be let out, what's your reasoning for not letting him out?
When I was upstairs?
No, when he's asking on the video, he asked multiple times. He asked to be let out. I can't breathe. Why didn't you let him out?
Well, number one, I had no idea it was going to end like that.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
Number two, just, you know what? I'll give you 5 minutes or so in there. they'll give you 5 minutes or so.
Mary Jo, hey you, hello. Is that like a little dancing pair? Mary Jo, thank you so much for the 2. Thank you. Her phone has a time on it. She says, clock. I want to know what she said to Brian to get him to come over. And she told him he was dead, and she did. Why didn't he say call 911? He went there and told her to call 911 after seeing George. I wonder maybe, because I haven't listened to the Brian interview yet. I know I've been having it in my possession for a little bit. I haven't watched it yet, but maybe it was one of those things where it's like, oh my God, Brian, oh my God, I need you to come over. I need you to come over here now. Like, it's important. Come over here now. And then maybe he just like, okay, fine, let's go over there, see what the fuck's up. And then he like walked in and was like, nope, get the hell out of there.
5 minutes for what?
Well, based off the video, one video's at 11:12 and the next one's 11:23, so you actually gave him at least 11 minutes per video recording. So my thing is, when it stopped, he asked multiple times, I mean, why? Why did you not let him out? It's just a simple question.
To be honest with you, I mean,
Don't
Were you
know.
punishing him?
no. Just,
Well, that's what you're saying in the video.
This is what you get, this is what you make me feel like.
see, and then it's all backfired on me. Like, it's all backfired on me. And I understand the severity of this. I just...
Yeah, he's dead.
It's awful, I know.
Okay.
It's awful. And I will tell you both this right now, too. I will never drink alcohol again.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, unless there's some bootleg alcohol in the jail. Yeah. Yeah. They're like, yeah, you'll never drink alcohol ever again. You're absolutely right about that.
And I will tell you both this right now, too. I will never drink alcohol again.
Okay.
Like, I will never drink alcohol again. I don't care what it is in any way, shape, or form.
But let's get back to this. What was the reason for leaving him when he's begging to be let out? I don't understand that.
What I have a feeling was, and again, it's the whole time frame thing. You all.
I'm not asking a time frame. I don't care about a time frame. He's
So-
in the bag saying, I can't
my God.
and you say, fuck you.
When he, so like for like the whole few minutes that he was in there, like
Minimum 11, but yes,
Oh.
go ahead. It's a few. 11, minimum.
But-
For one video.
Well, in between the 2 videos. it's
Between the 2
11
videos?
minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
so what was the question again?
When he's begging for his life, telling you he can't breathe, let me out.
Wait, what's a prison hooch? Toilet hooch? What is a hooch? I've never heard of a hooch before. It's called jail hooch? Is that what it's called? Prison toilet boil? Is that what you call prison wine? Wait, what is a hooch though? Is that like a made up word? Alcohol?
Out and you say, fuck you, why don't you just let him out? What are you trying to prove to him?
Honestly, I was thinking, what if she's gonna blame it on Brian? Like, you know what? Actually, I lied to you guys. Brian was actually there drinking with us the entire night. Okay, he was there. He wasn't even watching Lucas. That's a reach.
There was obviously something in your head that you were thinking of when he was asking to be let out, and you're like, no,
Again, it's the
no.
boy calling wolf.
Okay, but where does this game end? Did you say this is a game? You got somebody in
Obviously,
there.
like the wrong way.
So what was your intention for leaving him in there?
And it's not fair. It is not fair. You guys are trying to, again, oh, he's in there. Night, night.
That's what happened.
No.
That's absolutely what happened.
Intentionally.
How's it not? You got up off the couch, walked up a flight of stairs, and got in your bed.
Thinking he was going to get out.
And he didn't, and you still didn't go down and
And
check
it's
on
the
him.
whole 30-minute thing that you guys are trying
I
to
don't care
do,
about
whatever.
30
It's like, for all I know, it's
He's
10
begging for his
minutes.
life. He's begging for his life, telling you he can't breathe.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't. I didn't intentionally mean for this to happen.
But you
Then what
can't
did you
tell us
intend?
why you left him in there and went upstairs. So that's my only issue. Like, what am I supposed to write? What do I write?
So my thing is, though, it's what I have a feeling is I went upstairs and just hit the bed kind of thing. But, again, I'm thinking, he'll be up here in a minute. But then I go out.
But my question is, why didn't you just let him out prior to going up?
I don't know why.
He's begging to be let out. He's not laughing. He's not having fun.
I have a question. Where is the yeast coming from?
Guys, I know. I don't
You said this
know.
was supposed to be fun. You were laughing before. Before you said he was laughing, you were laughing. You went upstairs. He had his fingers out of the bag and he was playing. Well, obviously that's not the case.
So are you guys, so what is it you're trying to, like,
We're just trying to figure out why.
why? What?
Why?
What was the motivation for leaving him in the bag?
Why he was left in the bag? Why the
I
video?
didn't
The
have
kitchen?
any motivation. It was
Rented sugar?
he and I having a great day, fooling around and being stupid, and apparently me going upstairs and hitting the bed, not going to sleep, where it's like, I'm tired now, I'm going to go to sleep.
That's excluding, it's a good analogy for the day, excluding the fact that he's got a bump on the back of his head, a bump on the front of his head, and his lip is busted, and he has a
Oh my
bump on his
gosh.
eye.
I don't know what you all want me to tell you. Like, this is not fair at all,
Yes.
that you all are assuming that that's from me.
Where else did it come
If
from?
you were, say it's opposite, you were in the suitcase and you're asking to be let out, would you hope that that person would let you out? Like, you're asking to be let out of a suitcase, should they not let you out?
Eventually. I'm guessing. I mean, I'm blaming it on the wine.
Blaming it on the wine?
So you guys
Nice
are like
one.
assuming that,
You keep saying we're assuming, or we haven't assumed
Asking you
anything.
questions.
but you guys are assuming that
It was the wine bottle in the living room with the suitcase. I had nothing to do with this. It wasn't me at all. I blame the wine. The wine did it.
that's what I did.
No, by what,
Like, this is-
the facts of what happened. We got there, you said you pulled him out of the suitcase, you said you went up, you went to bed. We're not assuming that. These are the facts that you're telling us.
But
Now
when
we're
the bed
asking
is
you
like,
to
oh, I'm
explain them.
tired. Oh, I'm tired.
Well, that's what you told me on a sworn recorded statement yesterday. Because when I said, oh, you went upstairs and passed out, you were like, no, I did not pass out. You got attitude with me because you were you
Yep.
thought I was assuming that you were drunk. So that's an assumption. That was an assumption when I said you passed out. And guess what? You corrected me.
You were very adamant about the fact that both of you had your wits about you. What's your favorite word to use?
Compass mentis.
You've used it today, too, to say that you guys were within your wits. There's two empty bottles of wine.
Cattywampus, is that what she said?
Not, but we didn't drink both of them.
I think you did.
We didn't.
There's receipts for the
They were
statement
both
back there.
purchased yesterday, so I don't know how you didn't, because they weren't there the day before.
So one
There's
was.
two public receipts.
Oh, the receipt shows that it was purchased on that same day. There's receipts they were purchased yesterday, because she said that one of the wine bottle came from the day before. He's like, no, the receipt shows that you bought 2 bottles of wine. So weird. Why lie about this? Why lie about things? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, hit the like button. Thank you, Jesse.
From yesterday, only thing purchased on either one was a single bottle of wine, 2 of them. So we have each bottle of wine that was empty in your garbage can that you purchased yesterday, or he purchased, but you two would have consumed together.
Okay, well,
I mean, there's receipts, so it's not even worth the going back.
so this is, so I don't know what you guys are,
Wait, so the receipts aren't right? I'm confused now.
I don't know.
We were just hoping that we could figure out why you,
What was the motivation?
There was no motivation.
well,
But we're watching a video that, after talking to you, everything was laughing and fun. Now we're watching a video where it's not laughing and fun. He's begging for his life, and you are in a very angry voice telling him to fuck off.
No.
Yes,
It's not.
that's absolutely what it was. It's not an assumption. The video is there. We played it for you.
So you guys think,
Someone faked the report cards. 1 in chat if you guys have done that before. I had friends that did that. 2 in chat if you were good. You were too scared to do it.
that I intentionally,
You did.
It
You got
doesn't
up
matter
off
what
the couch
it doesn't
and
matter
walked
what
up
we
the couch,
think.
or walked up the stairs and got into bed. That was intentional. There's no way getting around that. You intentionally did that. Nobody drug you up there. You didn't float up damn stairs.
okay, well, it's not fair. It's not fair that you guys keep trying to say that that's what I did.
I don't know what to tell you.
You told us that. You didn't go upstairs?
Again, there was a hole in a suitcase. I unzipped it from the hole with one finger,
Well, the damn hole didn't do him no good, did it?
but he could push it open.
No, he
Did he?
couldn't. The video
No.
shows him pushing up.
And
If he could push it open, why wouldn't he have gotten out himself? Why would he beg you to open it?
I tell
Okay,
you, he can't breathe.
okay.
If
I-
someone
I-
can do something for themselves, they're going to do it. They don't need assistance unless they need assistance.
So, but why would he start doing it?
Because he couldn't, because it was all the way zipped.
Okay.
Didn't see it.
It wasn't. I intentionally didn't do it. That I intentionally did not do.
What's that? You didn't intentionally do what?
Zip it all the way.
She's like blaming him for everything. She's blaming him for having the idea to get the suitcase, bringing it downstairs, his idea to get in there. It was, stupid on him for not being able to unzip himself out of there, even though she left him a little gap, as she says. It's like everything is George's fault. George. Everything is George's fault. He's the alcoholic. He's the one that's an abuser. He's the one that couldn't zip himself out of the suitcase when it was flipped over? Like, why couldn't he just unzip himself out of it? Well, because you probably knew that he wouldn't be able to. You probably left it intentionally. You probably zipped it up all the way.
He nor I.
Well, he's dead as a result
Lay
of your
hands
action.
on each other.
He is dead as a result of
I
your
understand
action.
that.
So,
That's why
You two didn't lay hands on each other.
No. I don't have anything.
You're right.
He doesn't. Whatever that is, whatever it
He
is.
does.
See, this is what happens. It's not fair that you guys, just because he has those, automatically blame it on me. Like,
well,
Where else
what
are we
about
gonna
when
go?
you had your injuries and he gets arrested? Is that not fair?
really? Like,
It's
really?
the exact
Yeah.
same thing.
Really?
He has injuries. You have injuries. Like, what does that mean?
I don't have any injuries.
Correct.
Because he and I have not been at it with one another.
So every time that you guys fight, you both hit each other? So you should have probably
No.
gone to jail all those times that he went to jail for domestic?
Oh, the one time I did. But he completely trashed the police report. Because that's nothing what happened. Because the reason why I got taken in was because my story was different than his. So I'm being portrayed as like this abuser.
Oh, I wonder if that's like the first time she's ever said that out loud. That maybe it was her that was also the abuser as well.
We're not saying that he doesn't abuse you.
Absolutely.
We're not saying
So I'm the one that's being portrayed as the abuser.
because he's
I have never dealt with anything like this before. I don't know what to do, how to do it, and I always know what to do and how to do it. This, I don't know. So I don't know, like, what's going on or, like,
We are simply trying to find out as well. Again, we got one side of the story. You're telling us, we're going with what you're saying, but then we find stuff that negates what you're telling us.
and I don't even remember doing that.
Okay. You're telling us that we're assuming stuff, but what we're simply doing is telling you what we saw in the video and
I
repeating what
understand.
you told us.
I understand. Because I don't remember that.
Okay? Doesn't mean it didn't happen just because you don't remember it.
So is the texting thing something about me? Like, what's...
The what? Texting? Oh, no, I'm texting.
No,
You guys are scaring me, so, like, I don't know, like, what to expect. I mean, I had questions of things that need to be taken care of. Like, I don't...
What are your questions?
I have one last question. You realize you're the person that killed him, right?
I thought about that.
Okay, you left him in a bag when he's begging you, saying, I can't breathe, let me out, and you said, fuck you. And you got up off the couch and went upstairs and left him in that bag.
Not intentionally.
Again,
I would never do that to George.
you did.
Not
It happened.
intentionally. Know that.
I don't.
Know that.
You got up and you went up to bed.
Alcohol is a shitty thing. It's alcohol.
So
Not,
alcohol
again,
is the reason that you killed him?
you all,
Please sit down.
listen to me.
Please sit down.
You all, listen.
Alcohol's a shitty thing, but Sarah Boone is not a shitty thing.
I did not intentionally kill him.
So your intention.
I don't know what it is I need to do or how to do it or what to say or how to say it.
But what was your intention?
Everyone knows everything that I've done for George and love him and continuously helped him throughout his life with me and made him a happier, better person.
And everybody has their
Oh, man. Dude, we're like halfway through. Holy fuck. All right, we're back to her being Lord Savior Sarah.
Everyone knows that.
Everybody has their limits.
So it's like,
Everyone knows that. Okay, so when everyone else is testifying, they better be saying the same thing, Sarah. We better be hearing the same thing from everyone else.
okay, so while we're in a good place right now, I'm going to snap? Is that what it, while we're in a good place right now?
you did.
Yes. Absolutely. I got you on video screaming, fuck you.
This is what it feels like when you're choking me. This is what it feels like.
Which
when
was
you're
however long
choking
ago.
me. You said
The
it.
video was from last night.
Clearly,
So it wasn't that,
Still inside,
yeah.
there's still feelings towards it. You wouldn't say it if you didn't feel it.
But I would never do that.
But it happened, and you did.
But you
But
did.
that's after being playful
But no one's
and
laughing.
having a good day.
No one's laughing except you.
Everybody's
I would hate to see
having
a
a good
bad
day. Oh, I'm sorry?
I would hate to see a bad day.
Y'all are making me out to be a person that I'm not. Or will I ever be.
Or are you a different person when you're drunk?
People have different personalities after they consume alcohol.
It depends. Well,
Because you're sober now, so sober you.
Nice
Well, what about
person,
drunk
you
you?
feeling?
it's both of us. It's both of us. And it's not fair that you all are assuming that the marks that he has on him are from me.
We asked you where they came from.
I have no idea.
Well, nobody else was there, so nobody
when they first asked where they came from, she was like, oh, you know, he rode my friend's bike and he fell over. Oh, he's always running into walls. And then quickly after that, within like 2 minutes, I think she said that, like, oh, I don't know where they came from. And then now, like an hour later, oh, I don't know where they came from. What do you mean? Whatever happened to him walking into walls or riding your friend's bike and then falling over? I don't know. It's really weird how she attributes like the things that her and George does. I don't, the way she talks about it just makes it sound like really childish. Like he's just a clumsy toddler running into things, you know? Like maybe she's trying to say that, like, oh, when he gets really drunk, you know, he like runs into stuff. But like, I don't know. It's just so weird how she describes George sometimes. It's like he's a toddler.
I have no idea. I swear I did not lay a hand on him.
Okay. You just zipped him in the back.
Nor he.
You just zipped him in the back. And then you flipped the back.
Mm-hmm. The loud thumping noise that the neighbor heard in the middle of the night by the staircase. I think that's going to make her look really bad because, you know, autopsy is going to say, like, okay, George had bruises here, here, and here, and a busted lip here. It's like what if George was zipped in the suitcase upstairs, right? Maybe he thought it was funny and stuff like that. And then she, you know, maybe like kicked him down the staircase or something. That's where they heard like the large thump or something. And maybe that kind of knocked him out a little bit. And then like he couldn't really like, okay, like, I don't know. What if he got a, what's it called again? With your head? When you get hit in your head so hard? Was that ever in the autopsy? A concussion or something. Did they ever mention concussion in the autopsy? Because like, what if he had a concussion and then like he really at that point couldn't get out of the suitcase? I mean, I think it was probably already hard for him to get out of the suitcase to begin with because it seems like he was flipped upside down at some point. Didn't his brother say that he had issues, was never a violent person? I don't know if he said exactly that. I think the brother did mention that the two of them would hate each other. Sarah Boone would have bruises on her. The brother would have bruises on him as well. And that there was a one time where George got in a fight with his brother because that brother is supposed to be like really fucking violent or something.
Bag around several times.
I didn't do that intentionally.
You didn't intentionally flip the bag around?
No. Why would I do that?
Well, you told us.
Wait, you just said that you flipped him around. So before she said that she flipped him upside down because she didn't want him to stay like that. Now she's saying, I didn't intentionally flip him upside down. Okay, well, how do you accidentally then flip someone upside down? That's kind of a substantial weight if you're going to flip someone over and they're 120 pounds.
I didn't do that intentionally.
You didn't intentionally flip the bag around?
No. Why would I do that?
Well, you
Good
told us
question,
you did it.
When he was upside down.
Right.
Well, you had to put him upside down.
You can't get in a suitcase upside down
Yeah.
because the...
Oh my gosh.
When you put the stuff in where his body was?
That's unfortunately too, if nobody else was there. That's
We have a
unfortunate.
video showing the suitcase in several different positions. So it shows, one, like she just said, it had to been on his back with the lid open for him to get in there, for you to zip it up. Then it shows it on the other side with him in it, so you had to flip it to there. Then there's another video where it's on his back again, so you had to flip it to
I'm
there.
leaving it like this, please.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaving it like this. I did not intentionally do this. No malicious content or effort was towards this. No malicious.
I would
I'm
say
pointing
does that
to
help you sleep, but you're not sleeping, so...
I mean,
Last night, I
The-
maybe got an hour.
Right.
in your voice, you can hear the maliciousness. The fuck you is very, very...
You don't talk to people like that. That's not like a common, like,
Nope.
hey, Scott, fuck you.
Thank you.
That's not common. It's not something people do. And no one that sees that is going to think that.
Okay.
So we were trying to give you an opportunity, and it is what it is.
There's no...
Right. It's like that old excuse. It's like, oh, how did you get that black eye? Oh, I walked into the cabinet door.
maliciousness towards
Okay.
that.
So I would probably be telling myself that too after that video.
My intent was not for that to happen.
But you went upstairs and went to bed. Or maybe you passed out, I don't know. Whichever.
Waiting for him. And the whole time frame thing, it's like, it's
Regardless.
that's not really fair.
Regardless, waiting for him, it's not like you walked up the stairs. You can't fly up the stairs. No one can take you up the stairs.
Okay.
You go up the stairs, you lay
I
in the
know.
bed, and you wait for him. Who cares if it's 5 minutes? Who cares if it's 30 freaking seconds? He's begging for his life. He's begging to get out. You go upstairs.
You leave him.
It doesn't matter. So get the time frame out of your mind. It
This
doesn't
whole
matter.
thing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there's this. So it doesn't matter anything what it is I say. So it makes no difference whatsoever.
It's just you're lying and like you're now changing
Who's
your
lying
story.
about what?
You're now you're drunk
Oh, I never said that I was drunk.
Exactly, but you did here today. That's okay.
You said earlier.
Everything recorded.
Alcohol.
You blamed it on the alcohol.
You blamed it on the alcohol. Alcohol does a lot to people.
Yes, but I never said I was drunk.
Okay.
You did.
So you did this sober. You knowingly left him down there sober.
I have already told both of you also that we were both drinking.
Right.
Okay.
But you want to admit that you were drunk? Is that?
I'm telling you all both. This has changed my life. I will take this. I don't know.
Yeah. That's what she's saying.
Me.
Absolutely. But you're trying to dance around the fact that
So,
you
but what
did
are you,
leave him
okay,
there.
just
You left him in there. You're trying to
Oh my
dance around the
gosh,
fact
this
that
is-
you left him in there.
this is not,
You didn't leave him in there?
it's not cool. Like, this is not cool.
It's not cool.
That it's,
He's dead. It's
but
not
you
cool.
think that I did that intentionally. You think that I did that intentionally.
You intentionally left him in there and left the room. You went upstairs to a different room.
You intentionally did that.
You did.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking he's gonna get out.
Okay, and he didn't.
Obviously not.
When somebody's begging, saying, I
But
can't
when you
breathe.
say that though, but you have to,
Please
y'all
let me out. I can't breathe.
don't know George though. Like, again, I thought it was the boy crying wolf. So it's just like, what?
Oh, so if your son was in there and said, I can't breathe, are you going to open it, or is he 9, so he's not, you know,
Really?
it's not a big deal?
Really?
I'm just valid question.
Oh, you
Right.
said you would never put your son in a suitcase. You would only put George in there.
No, George got in a suitcase.
And you
Well,
zipped
it's
it up.
George's fault.
Not all the way and not intentionally to leave him there.
But that's what happened. But you keep going away from it.
I don't know.
That's exactly what happened. You went to bed,
So
woke up the next
are
day.
you all trying to have me admit that? Like, are you trying to have me admit that? Because I will never admit it because it's not true. It's not true.
But here's the thing. Her self-defense, her new self-defense is now saying that, yes, she has to admit that she did it. And this is the justification why. God, this interrogation really like destroys her, you know, better spouse defense that they're putting up.
I'm basically stating as a fact because that's what happened.
Oh, wait. Jan, or anyone else who's Australian, have you guys heard of the purse brand Horse? Is it any good? I don't know. I guess like they're like gifting a bunch of stuff to influencers, and I kind of got influenced because the purse is like $200, and I was like, oh, 200 doesn't seem so bad. I don't know. It's called Horse. I think it's Australian brand. It's just called Horse. I don't think it's made out of horse or anything. But I think it's just called Horse.
It's not true.
I'm basically stating as a fact because that's what happened.
Okay.
You videotaped him asking to be let out. You go upstairs.
So what, guys? So what? Like, just, I don't know what you want me to say other than it was not out of maliciousness or intentional. I don't know what or how I can say it. I love George. Love him. To this day still. Love him.
Love makes you do crazy things.
It's not one of those things where it's like, oh gosh, you know what, I've done enough for you at this point. I never gave up on him.
Okay.
Why I'm here today, I'm still not giving up on him. I would do anything for him.
Well, you gave up checking up on him. So.
I wouldn't let him out of a suitcase.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Oh, it's called
We're simply
Horse.
just trying to go through. I mean, again, you gave us a completely different story that you churched up to. This was such a lasting matter.
It was fun.
Not by that
All
video.
day, all
Not by
day.
that video. That
All
part
day.
wasn't. Anybody looking at it, I don't think anybody would look at that video and go, George is having fun right now.
So why is it you all think that y'all don't know me, you don't know me,
Nope.
would do something like
Don't need to know you.
that, especially having a 9-year-old son?
I don't know
Like,
what
why-
having a 9-year-old son would be.
Like,
What does having a 9-year-old son have to do with anything?
Why are you so like caught on what we think
Yeah.
when
because
you should be
it's
more
like
concerned about what you've told us?
It's because
And
like you guys are like
George is
trying.
dead.
The things that the video shows that are opposite of what you told us, and then what you've now
Like what is
posted
opposite?
today. Well, you said that it was funny, and you're the only one laughing.
We were playing before that.
Okay.
But then it stops.
Yeah.
It obviously stops being fun.
Well,
Because you're
There's a crumble cookie scam? Wait, what's the crumble cookie scam? I saw that crumble cookie. My friend showed me. They have a cookie cereal that's selling at Costco now. But is Crumble the one that was suing a bunch of smaller cookie businesses because they like were saying that like they were copying the style, the box, and all that stuff?
screaming at him. He's
I'm
begging
not
to get
screaming
out.
at him.
Sounds like screaming at me.
I don't know what you all want me to tell you. In no way, shape, or form was this intentional. At all. Ever.
Okay. Are you still going to allow us to do your fingernails?
Go for it.
Go for it. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to get that set up. Do you need any more water?
No, but when you come back and I ask about this,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She had the list of questions. We didn't even go through those yet. Dude, okay. I don't like crumble cookies. I just don't like them. Like, ugh. Insomnia cookies, so fucking overpriced. But oh my God, they were probably one of the best cookies I ever had at that time. And that was like 2 months ago. I tried it for the first time, but I was so blown away how expensive it was. It was $5 for a cookie. And I was like, oh, are these cookies like really big or something? And they're like, oh, well, they're a little bit bigger than the standard size. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I got the cookie and I was like, okay, this cookie is like so flat. It's standard size, but it was really, really good though. It was really good. But yeah, it's too expensive. And then I started going to the local farmer's market and I found this girl who sells cookies and they're so fucking good. So now my business just goes to her. Every Thursday, go to the farmer's market and I just get her cookies. Oh, so good. And I don't know how, because usually gluten-free baked goods are kind of like, ugh. But she has this, I think it's like vegan and gluten-free chocolate chip cookie that tastes really, really good. I don't know how. It actually tastes better than her regular chocolate chip cookies. So good. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I just go to her for my cookie fix. Wait, someone pretended to be a crumble store? Some Australians flew a ton of cookies from Hawaii to Australia and then pretended to be a crumble store? Why? Why did they think that would work? What? Oh, I've actually been craving hamburgers for a while, lady. That sounds really good. Yum.
so what?
Just don't understand.
So it
I don't
wasn't.
understand how your story changes so much to the
How
fact
is
that
it changing? Please help me explain. Understand.
you went on about how this was such a playful thing and you guys were laughing, and it probably was for a few minutes, but then it obviously changes. The whole demeanor of this whole situation completely changes. It's not the funny, laughing matter. He's not laughing at all.
I didn't think he was being serious.
You absolutely sound serious.
I
when you're
didn't think
answering
so.
that.
Like, just,
You don't think your voice, you sounded serious?
it's, okay. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It was a great day.
Okay.
It didn't end well,
I
obviously.
was going to say, it's, I mean,
Obviously.
I can't explain to you. I can't explain to you how horrific it was
okay,
to find him. Horrific. Because I don't remember taking those videos.
okay.
How horrific. I'm thinking he's in the bathroom. I'm thinking he's downstairs on the laptop. I can't find him.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So what's going to happen? Like,
Here's what gets me, though, is you don't remember taking videos, you don't know where he is, you don't remember him being in the suitcase, and you're still telling me that you had your wits about you. How does someone have their wits about them when...
See, that's the
they
thing,
have all
too.
this
But
stuff?
you can clearly tell that I had been drinking some. You can clearly tell.
I had several people that came up to me in that apartment complex said that you were drunk on a daily basis.
Oh,
You were
my
screaming at
gosh.
him
Right,
regularly.
right.
Really?
Right. Talk to the property
Really?
manager. Talk to the property manager.
Okay.
Because it's not,
These are your neighbors, the ones that live next to you. Your property manager does not live next to you. They see you every day. How
Oh
many,
my
you had two neighbors you went
gosh.
to and asked to go
See,
use the
that is
restroom.
just
and
not
you said,
fair.
No, hold on. You had two different neighbors that lived directly next to you. You asked to use the restroom and they told you no and turned you away. You had to go across the way to somebody else.
no, okay. Kim and Eli, Kim is not a nice person.
Okay.
She's just automatically not nice. Even after me and Lucas went over there and introduced ourselves, she's just not a nice person.
Then why would you think she would let you use the restroom?
Because Eli was in there.
Eli. Okay, we have a Kim. Kim is not a nice person, but Eli was there. Maybe Eli likes Sarah.
Eli comes over and talks to us sometimes, which I think pisses Kim off because he comes over and talks to us. The two of them, they're like super standoffish all the time. My neighbors down the street, down the way, their toilet was broken. They had stuff in the bathroom. So then they're like,
Bathroom?
go over there and try over there.
There's two bathrooms.
I
So
would
both
let
are
somebody go
bathrooms?
upstairs and use my personal bathroom. That's what the
Really?
downstairs one is for.
If it's somebody you like, would you? Somebody you knew?
They're in the process of doing all this stuff in the kitchen, and there's stuff in the bathroom, and the toilet doesn't work. Just walk across the way, no problem. And of course they let me in. Them and them, they're together. They're families. And nonetheless, if you really want to know, and I hope it doesn't get them in trouble, but he is over here legally. So he's trying to work on getting his green card.
What does that have to do with you using the restroom?
They didn't want to be involved.
Should I use yours? You gotta use yours.
No, I was asking last night, because, I mean, we had several different people in the
Assuming
neighborhood
that
come up saying
Eli
that
and
she was
Kim.
drunk on a regular basis.
Eli and Kim. Okay. Did you ask Vinny next door?
Those are the ones next door that she asked to use the restroom, and they said no.
No, she said no.
Okay.
And like I said, not a nice person.
They're coming. What are your questions?
Yep,
I can help you with.
Who's coming?
To do the
yeah,
fingernails.
you said that we could.
She's gonna do
And you don't have
fingernail.
to allow us to do it, just so you know. So don't think that it's.
I don't have a problem.
Okay. Just make sure.
So, am I getting my phone back?
See, that's the great thing about people that are like Sarah Boone, suspects like Sarah Boone, the ones that are they think they're too smart and they think they can outsmart everyone. Because look at how much she said in this interview. She talks so much. She was like, "Yeah, I'm innocent, and if I'm innocent, here, look at my phone. I don't care. Take a look at my phone. Here, you want to do the little swabs and my fingernail? Go ahead, get it done. I don't need an attorney here. I'm smart. There's no way I'm gonna go down for this." Wonderful.
What about Lucas's laptop?
No,
Not today.
not today.
What does that mean?
We're still going through everything.
Oh, that's fine.
You're the one just telling us there's videos that we need to see on it, so we need
That's
to do our
fine.
due diligence that we go through everything.
See, and that backfires on me now too, because now you all think that I had even more, in quotes, intent to do what I did to him, which was not intentional.
What's that?
In that, is that correct?
She's asking about your tag in your hand.
No, but I'm asking if that's correct.
No, I'm not going
I'm
to
not
agree to
making
anything that you're saying. I'm not, that you're,
Because I think she generally are pissed at them for not buying the Victim Act. It's like, how dare you? I just told you what a great person I am, and you don't fucking believe me.
So, his probation officer,
mm-hmm.
do you all inform her or do I need to call her?
We don't have to inform her, so if you would like to call her, you can. Are you saying because he's still on probation?
No, but because of the nice lady that she is and all that she's done for him, I didn't know how it was.
Legally, we just have to tell his parents, and we don't go telling.
Everybody else?
I didn't even know who his probation officer was, so no, I wouldn't go tell.
So the same thing for classes. I need to do that too.
Classes? You need to do what?
Substance abuse class and his battery
Example.
intervention.
Yeah, we
Something
don't
else I
have
was
to
just
call
getting ready to
him.
ask. So, other than this, so initially, what was the cause of death?
She is still pending because she wants to hold the body for an additional day to see if more of those bruises turn into something bigger. And she's doing some other tests that she's got to do. So she's pending it for now.
So, and that couldn't have been because of him being in the suitcase? Or
That's
y'all are
what
saying
she-
that I
that's what-
physically did it?
That's what she's determining.
So,
The ones on the head, I asked her, could that have been from the suitcase, and she said she didn't think so.
It's possible that Judge Koenig already wrote his motions, but because the courthouse is closed for the day, his clerk is probably not in today. So maybe the clerk will come in tomorrow and then upload it to the system. That's what I'm assuming. So, boo, I don't think we get to read it today. Tomorrow. Ooh, tacos 2 nights in a row. Ooh, taco sounds really good. Yum. What kind of tacos did you take her to get? Burgers? Yeah, I want some burgers. I've been craving burgers for a while. Where should we get burgers from? I love the detective was playing the video while she was talking. Yeah, I'm trying to get her tripped up.
I didn't touch him, nor did he touch me. I'm leaving it at that. So I don't know if you all know how to do this because so that's what I was going to ask you. So are you all updating his parents today or?
I love Fuddruckers. We don't have Fuddruckers out here. Yeah, I don't think Fuddruckers exist out here in California. There was a Fuddruckers, but I think it's shut down. I don't think we have Whataburger out here either. In-N-Out. I don't really like In-N-Out. I mean, I'll eat it because I like how it's cheap. But yeah, I'm not a huge In-N-Out person. I wish there was a way. I guess you could just do double burger. That way there's more meat. Smash burger. I don't think we have smash burger. I don't think so.
When you get final whatevers?
What does it matter? Why? What we tell his parents? What do you mean?
Because
We're gonna talk with them.
Yeah.
okay,
I have to
but it's
tell-
going to come down to me.
What do you mean?
Like, so it's being put on me.
Who said that?
But I'm not, so what is it you would tell them?
We're gonna give them an update, just like we gave you an update on their autopsy.
Okay, so it's whatever
Well,
bruise,
here's
scratch,
the thing.
and
Here's the thing.
whatever on the head.
We had to deliver news to them last night that their son was dead. There's not a whole lot of conversation that goes on after that. It's not a very easy thing
Was
to
it
do.
yesterday or Sunday? Sunday. Today's Tuesday, right?
Did we not meet you yesterday? We met you yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
Right? Did we not meet yesterday?
It's a valid question.
Really? Yes, on Monday.
Okay.
Got it.
Perfect.
So I don't know if I asked you guys or how I find this out other than talking to his parents, which is not going to happen.
Yeah, probably a terrible idea.
What?
I guess, like, why would you want to talk to his parents when you claim that you went to Brian Boone's house to escape his parents because you were scared of his family? Unless you weren't scared of his family. Yeah, Five Guys is expensive. I remember back then, I don't know, I just like Five Guys is just expensive. Is it because they up their quality or something on their meats or fries? I can't justify Five Guys anymore. It just feels really expensive.
How do you guys suggest me finding out about funeral?
Yeah.
That's not even something that's been...
Why would law enforcement even know that? Did she like concoct these questions to make it seem like she actually cares about what happened to George? Like, okay, like, you know, I need help with like the funeral plan. It's like, oh, this is not their purview. Excuse me, ma'am?
probably talked about between the family. That's not something we ask. We have no way of...
I didn't know, that's why I'm asking. So,
It'll be up to them to make their
Oh,
arrangements.
sorry, I misunderstood what she said about talking to his parents. Okay, sorry.
Of what they want to do. Like she just told you this quick, just being told last night, I'll pretty much be willing to wager that they have not even considered what they're going to do.
My body can't even be released, so...
I've been there with parents, grandparents, and uncles. So I don't know if I have the right to or not, but like I was going to call his former employees, whom he really cared for, and let them know.
You can
That you killed him?
call whoever you want.
I just don't want to do something that I'm not supposed to. How do I go about getting his wedding ring, engagement ring?
It's at the medical examiner's office. It'll come to us eventually, and then...
It'll be released to
Oh,
the next of kin.
You know what's funny is that they already knew they were going to arrest her, but they're sitting here entertaining her questions as if she's going to leave this interrogation room and be able to do all these things.
Yeah, okay.
I bought it for him.
That is a civil issue. It was on his finger. It goes to them. They're the ones that are going to release it. We don't have any say in that.
So I won't get that back.
No, you're not going to get that back.
So for all of this, like, how do I find out what's what and how many, like, what's been found?
What do you mean?
Pillow with stain, swab with stain from pillow, suitcase.
That will all be sent off to
FDLE?
FDLE, Florida Department of Law Enforcement.
Yep.
They do their testing.
So, and then, like, whatever white can with blood and necktie with blood was from the suitcase.
Correct.
Why would you guys, oh, you'll see it in there, the baseball bat, for Lucas.
That's true, Kat. She is just in shock, y'all. This is just what shock do. It's just what it does to you the next day.
And the receipts. And this is just his phone, my phone, and the laptop.
Yeah, when anything can be released, we will release it, but we are very early in this investigation, and it's not an overnight process, unfortunately.
So, what's next?
They're going to come and swab your fingers.
No, I'm talking about, like, in the long run. Like, what do I need to, like, do I need to be doing something, or, like...
I can't tell you. Like,
Oh, God, what are they going to tell her that they're going to arrest her?
I mean, like, so, like, for, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know if you guys are just going to, like... Because it makes it sound like, to me, like, I'm being accused of something that was not intentional. I'm being accused of it.
Mm-hmm.
And a handful of other things that I'm being accused of.
Okay.
So I don't want to be at home with Lucas and you guys show up.
Okay.
I understand that.
So...
We're still investigating. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
So is there going to be concrete whatever it is, and then it's like, okay, this is what it is kind of thing? Or like, because I've done the whole court thing. I've done the whole attorney thing. I've done whatever. So if I'm not admitting anything about being intentional and I killed George.
Okay.
That's not the situation, but it's trying to depend on me.
Okay.
That was not my intent.
Okay.
But it's trying to depend on me. So however, or whatever it is I need to do in order for that to be proven, then I need to do so, which is why I'm trying to get my ducks in a row.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm asking what the next step is, other than me getting my nails swabbed.
I mean, you want me to tell you
How to not be accused of a crime? Is that what you're asking? Like, I don't know what you...
I'm trying to prepare myself for whatever may need to be done so I can, I guess, stick up for myself.
I mean, I think you're doing just fine. You came, you talked.
I just don't want you guys to, again, show up and Lucas is in the house.
What are they going to tell her? They're arresting her?
Well, we did tell you yesterday that we don't want to do anything around your son, hence why you came to us. So I don't know why you think that's going to change.
That and or me not just show up back home.
I'm sorry, what? That or what?
Me just not show up back home. That's what, he's so happy that I'm staying over at the house with Brian. Like, so happy. And I'm not going back to the house, to my house, for however long I can stay over here because of whatever to blow over.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if you don't mind me asking, so for whatever it is you all are claiming from the videos, which, yeah, is that what you're going to tell them? Like, his parents? It's like, oh, yeah, and by the way, she did.
Did
Well,
what?
I mean, what would you tell him?
I don't think it really matters what we're going to tell the parents.
Oh, yeah, it is a fuel to the fire.
Well, we can't hide things, and I don't know, I'm not saying we're going to go, I'm not saying that we're going to go and tell them every single thing we have, but again...
do you think they're going to play this in whole interrogation for the jury? Oh, God, the jury has to see this. They have got to see this.
This is the Orange County Sheriff's Office, that's public record, so eventually, like, this all will come out.
Mm-hmm.
So, it does, like, I'm not,
Matters, honey.
you're making it sound like we're going to tell them something, so then your life is in danger, and I don't like that accusation.
No.
So, let's just nip that in the butt right now.
Well, that's what's going to happen.
I cannot
What are we going to
choose,
tell them?
But we can't even, so technically there's no concrete report yet, even.
right, so,
So it's,
you want me to, like, tell you exactly what I'm going to tell them? I don't know what I'm going to tell them. I don't know what I'm going to tell them. Let's just leave it at that. Just like you don't know why you went upstairs. I don't know what I'm going to tell them.
So,
Parents that are dealing with
can I
that's fine, but
can I call you the way that I did last time?
Yeah, my phone is an open line. Missy should be here. I don't know what's taking so
Yeah,
long.
what's coming out, we're looking through.
I get it. Look, I get it.
Is she gonna try to bond with the detective now? I get it, man. Your job is hard. I get it. Thank you so much for all that you do.
That looks really bad.
Mhm.
So that's what scares me. Like, what do I need to plan on? Like, what do I need to plan on? I promise you, on my son's life, it was not intentional. I promise you, on Lucas's life, it was not intentional.
I don't know you. I can't say I know anything about you. I don't know what would be a true statement, what would not. I mean, if you're promising on your son's life, that's fine.
That's how much it means.
Sorry.
That's how much
figured
it,
you would
look,
too.
that's how much it means.
Okay.
I hope you take that to heart. Please.
And it's documented that you said that, yeah. I get it.
Do you have any idea when I can get my phone back?
When are they gonna arrest her?
No telling.
What did you say?
I just said no telling. I mean, our digital forensics unit is, got a lot of cases on their plate. I mean,
Well, and that's not technically my laptop, it's Lucas's laptop.
Okay.
But he plays, you'll see all the games that he has on there.
as soon as we can get that back to Lucas, we will. As soon as we can release your phone, we will. But we have no way of being able to tell you because we don't have control over their caseload and how they arrange what they do. So I don't know. And at this point, I think, honestly, with everything else that's going on, that should probably be at the bottom of your list of worries.
I'm trying to make Lucas happy so he can have his laptop back.
Okay.
Did Brian not have a laptop for him?
He has his laptop that he has to do for work, that he doesn't want him using it or breaking or dropping.
Hi, Kova.
It's not a big deal. There's nothing on the laptop anyway.
Now what, guys? Now what?
So you will keep me posted, like updated.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing, is I'm trying to figure out what I need to do in the meantime.
I don't know. I can't, I don't know what to tell you, though. Like, what?
But you all have more information than I do, where it's, yeah, you might want to, or yeah, you might want to.
I'm sorry, what?
Like, we have more information on what?
Like,
We told you everything that we have. You know everything that we know. And most of it we got from you.
but
Yeah, she wants to know as much as she can so she can further try to control the situation in the future.
Like I was telling her, like, yeah, that's bad. Like, which I swore in my son's life was unintentional. So that's why I'm trying to figure out what I need to do for myself
Okay.
going forward with this.
Mhm.
Nonetheless, with his family. And are you all just showing up with Lucas in the house?
I think we've already both told you that we would be mindful of any situations.
So do you guys, I guess you're going to call me tomorrow? Or do we need to come back down here?
I'll chat with you next time. I have no idea when I'm gonna call you next.
Isn't the report come out tomorrow?
No.
Our report.
I'm just saying a report is generated through us, and the sheriff's office is a public entity. So if someone were to come request something, then
No, I'm talking about his autopsy.
she's waiting and doing more follow-up, but
She's looking at him again.
The detective on the red, it's probably because it's blurry and pixelated. In some angles, he looks like Alec Baldwin, and then in other angles, just his head kind of looks like the detective in Law and Order SUV. You know which I'm talking about? I forgot his name though.
yeah.
But she won't be finished with him because she's pending for other stuff.
Was it
So
SVU
after
or was it
what?
the other one?
I'm done? For now?
Over 100? Ah! Oh! Am I thinking of Mr. Big? Chris Noth? No, I think there's another guy from, maybe even Mr. Big too. Wait, did I say I say SUV? I'm sorry. I'm hungry.
How long does this stuff take to get back?
The
Most
daily
of that
results.
you won't get back. The swabs and stuff will stay.
Yeah, this guy.
But I'll know about it?
Yeah, this guy right here, right? I think it's because it's pixelated. You see the
Our
resemblance?
dispatch center
Or-
keeps calling my phone. I keep having to have other people call them to see what they need.
This picture, the one on the right. Oh, he's
I hope you
gone.
all can really both truly understand that that was not my intent. I miss him a lot.
Do you, Sarah? Do you miss
No,
him?
But my question has remained the same. What do you expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a position like that?
Yes, but you have to understand too. I know.
No, just
Wait, is he the same guy on Sex and the City? Wait, it's the same dude? I thought Mr. Big had bushier eyebrows.
what would you expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a position?
I have no idea because I've never done it before.
Oh, it is. Oh.
Why have you never done it before?
Why would I?
Exactly.
Why would I
did
do
you
it before?
Why did you do it now?
Yeah, why Sarah?
I clearly have said why. Why?
No, you don't know why. You just know that it's not intentional.
I feel like this interview has become way too antagonistic. I think they should switch to a different approach. It's like, it seems like we're not getting anywhere with this one, right? So it's like, okay, let's try the different angle. Hey, Sarah, like, we really understand that, you know, you've been abused by George and he's been arrested. Like try to like sympathize with her, you know, to see if she'll like offer any other information. Cause I think at this point, she's got her defenses way up at this point. Like, let's try a different angle to see if she ends up saying anything else, maybe.
But you don't know why.
Because I thought that's what they were gonna do towards the end of the interrogation. But we've already got like, I don't know, like 15 minutes left. I don't know. I think it's a little too late for that. But I want more. I want more.
Why? But that's okay.
Really?
I'm not trying to force you to say something that you don't know.
It's feeding and penning.
Yeah, you gotta kiss her butt. Maybe she'll give us more information. Maybe at this point they just don't want her to like talk. They're just over her.
The fact that you guys would assume that I'm that kind of person.
We're not assuming anything. We're going by the facts. It happened.
Yeah, she really cares about what people think about her.
Like you said, you don't know me.
Yes. Leaving awkward pause is an interrogation tactic, though. Yep, makes people want to fill the silence. Yes.
What time is it, please?
4:46.
In itself, for me to have to live with getting him out and doing what I did is punishment enough.
Really? Because you have to live with it. That's punishment enough. No. You gotta go to jail. Nope, go to prison. She's like, I can't believe she's saying this shit. Not punishment enough. It's just the beginning of
I think
it.
that's why I haven't slept, because that's all I see. So that right there says something.
And she sees herself as such a saint.
Not my intention.
Poor Sarah. Poor Sarah. I feel so bad for her. Guys, she's such a victim.
That would be funny.
Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Yep.
Punishment in itself.
Yeah.
Dude, he's so over her.
Definitely a tragic situation.
I am brewed with alcohol. And it's unfortunate that stupid things like this happen.
Absolutely.
Are there any games you guys are looking forward to? This video popped on my YouTube feed about how everyone quit Annapurna Interactive or something.
$1 too.
Are you trying to make it worse?
Oh, this is oh my god! I forgot about this moment. Oh my god! Wait, hold on. Have I seen this entire interrogation? No, right? Oh my gosh. Dude, because he was trying to sympathize for George's daughters. And then he was saying that, like, oh, now they have to live without him too. And she's like, are you trying to make it worse? Excuse me, it's about me right now? Why are you focusing on his fucking kids? Oh my god, I forgot about this.
Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
I'm gonna boost audio for you guys. She's like, excuse me, I'm having my moment here and you're ruining it? No, I have seen it, I just forgot it.
Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
His daughters too.
Are you trying to make it worse?
Sorry, what?
Are you trying to make it worse?
Make what worse?
How I feel?
All he said was his daughters too. I'm sorry that a narcissist like you can't have empathy for his daughters also. Oh my fucking god. She truly is the worst. Oh my god.
So this is CSI that was there yesterday. I think she took your photos.
Oh, I'm excited for Silent Hill 2. Should we be disappointed with that or no?
So I'm just going to take your swab and go around on one hand and then do a separate one for your other hand. Okay?
I'm gonna fast forward through this. At this point, how do you not know you're being arrested? What do you mean? She's smarter than everyone. She thought she was gonna go in there and then, you know, wiggle her way out of this, that they were gonna believe her, the saint. Dude, I'm so glad we watched the interrogation video. Oh my gosh. I mean, she told them that having her live with this, it's already punishment in itself. So she really thought there's no way they're going to punish her further. She went to get his ring. Ugh. How recent? Oh, dude, it was back in 2020. She's finally having her trial next week. Silent Hill demo. Did you guys get it? Do I think she performed CPR on George? I don't know. Wait, Anna, is your name supposed to be anonymity? Like a not, wait, what? Did I not understand your name before? What a genius name. Anonymity. I like. She wanted, yeah, someone make her a trophy. Yeah, that definitely stood out to me. It didn't seem like she was out of breath. Because I feel like when you're panicking, you're doing the chest compressions, you probably would be out of breath. It is clever. Yeah, I really like that.
Thank you. Okay, Sarah. So, you're not free to go? Okay.
Oh, hold on. We got to play this in real time. Now, oh gosh. After all the planning that she had, you know, for the funeral, is the family going to be contacted? How is she going to follow up with this? Can I get the laptop back? Oh my goodness. How satisfying this is going to be.
Okay, Sarah. So, you're not free to go? Okay. Do you promise everything you told us was the truth? Or no?
Everything we've talked about today?
Yes. What do you mean?
He asked to swear. Remember how I swore you yesterday on the audio recording? I just forgot, so he raised his hand to remind me to tell you.
Okay.
Do you promise and swear that everything we've talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
For which
True and
everything?
accurate to the best of your knowledge.
What, that it wasn't intentional?
Everything you've said
told
today, everything that's come out of your mouth has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
So
That's how
anytime
you
we talk
swear.
to somebody, we want to assure that everything that we talked about is,
True and accurate to the best of that person's knowledge.
it's not a trick question,
To the best of my knowledge?
to the best of your knowledge.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Okay. Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up.
She's going to say that this was coerced as well. She was forced to say this, that everything she said was not true and accurate. that they were arguing that day, that she was trying to defend herself from George's rage that day. And that's why he had scratches and bruises on him. And that he had to stay in the suitcase. Otherwise, she would be murdered. How the fuck is she going to get around this? Oh, my goodness.
I need you to turn around, face the wall, put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No.
Okay.
Why is this happening?
Because George is dead.
Not intentionally.
We understand that.
He's still dead.
Well, we don't
Someone
really
needs to
understand
call
that.
Brian, please.
Okay.
Or can I not make a phone call?
You'll be able to make a phone call when we get you down to the jail.
So
You'll
why
be
is this
afforded-
happening? So this was a trick.
No, it's not
No,
a trick.
not
How's
a
this a
trick.
trick? I'm in here to ask you to explain a few things to us. And
She had a grudge against them for 4.5 years. This was a trick. I think she was grudging on them for 4.5 years.
You were right, you're right.
your response to everything was basically, I didn't do it.
Intentionally.
I have to go through that.
Doesn't matter. He's still there. Do me a favor. Have a seat.
Really, guys?
Really.
So if I didn't show up, why is
You're
this
trying-
happening?
Because
Before you all said I could leave,
when
that I was done after this, after that.
we were done, yes, we were done. Absolutely.
So now, so that's what it is,
We are done.
right? Not intentional.
Okay.
So what am I supposed to do now?
You will,
Someone needs to call Brian.
okay.
Lucas is waiting for Mom to come home. This was not my intention. I thought I was waiting for you all to come and figure out what's what and how many.
That's what we're trying to do.
And I was going to be able to go home and see Lucas. Now he's just not going to have me come home.
I feel like the only thing that she cares about is just like using the mom. Like she just tries to play the mom card. I'm a mom, excuse me, I'm a mother, a good mother, an outstanding mother.
So there's nothing that I can do.
All right, no.
There's nothing that I can do in order to go home and see Lucas and prepare.
Not right now, no. You'll be afforded a time in court. You'll be afforded an attorney.
Just like how she was using the George card in order to make herself look like a better person when you're putting her next to George, and how she's the one, as she claims, is the one that, you know, is making George a better person, making George accountable for showing up to his parole stuff, blah, 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 blah. It's like she's got a George card. She's got a Lucas card. Oh, boy.
You'll be afforded a chance to talk to a judge, and all that stuff will be worked out.
But what's the time frame for that, though?
I have no way of being able to tell you. You should make first appearance probably by tomorrow morning, if not tonight, depending how things are busy, how quickly you get down there. I
had a
don't
sneaky
work in
suspicion
there.
this was going to happen. And I need water, like, really bad, please.
Have a seat.
Oh, no, she needs water, not Dr. Pepper. I mean, I think there are times when if you're like pulling like a mom card, it's warranted. But like for her, it's just like she's like trying to get out of murder. It's like, but I'm a mom. I need to go home. I don't understand. You guys arresting me. This is an inconvenience. I'm a mom. I have to go home. It's like, you have other things that you got to worry about, okay? There's other things you got to be worrying about at this point.
You all tricked me down here.
But I'm assuming if Lucas is at home, he's probably at home with someone, right? Unless she just like left him there by himself. Because I felt like during this whole interrogation, you would be like, oh, how long is this going to take? Because I have to go home to my son. Is this going to take a long time? Like, I need to go home soon, guys. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, I've been here for 2 hours. But no, she was just sitting there blabbing about what a great person she is.
Absolutely did not.
I just got those.
Okay. They are not allowed in the jail.
So I can't even smoke cigarettes if I go.
What? Am I good on that?
This is so crazy. Oh my God. There has to be like a case study on Sarah Boone or something. This is so crazy. It's like, okay, I'm here, I'm arrested, but let me make these officers feel like there's something else that's their fault. One, you guys aren't letting me leave to go home to see my son. Two, I'm really thirsty. Where's my water? Number three, I can't even have a cigarette. It's like she's trying to do whatever she can to try to put the blame on other people that's like remotely around her. Anything that she can get her a grip on.
And what am I supposed to do with my car?
So you find where it is. When you get down there, you'll have free phones, you'll be able to call.
What, as soon as possible?
Yeah, once you get down in there, get booked in, you'll be able to use a phone in the waiting
But how
area.
long will that take? Because I need to talk to Brian.
I don't know, it depends how busy, how quickly they get you through. I would say within the hour. It's a free phone
Yes?
call
Yeah.
in the lobby. It's a free
All
phone
I'm
call.
doing is bringing you there, sign
Yep.
this paper, and you're going to do it.
She has no clue.
So can I ask you, or whoever it is, those holding cells, the holding cells, am I going to be put in one of those?
I don't know.
Last time I had a panic attack.
Let them know that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you're familiar with the big bay. As long as you go in and you act civil to them, they'll set you in the big bay. And you'll be left there for
Can you
a while.
request that while I'm there?
No, that's not up to us. We don't work at the jail.
As long as like he's saying, is if you don't
If
act
you
up.
go in and act like this, you'll go in and they'll put you in the big bay. If you go in there screaming and kicking and yelling and
Why would
cursing
I
at
do
people,
that?
I don't know. I'm just letting you know that's what happens. That's how they weed people out. If you go in acting like this,
So I asked for the big bay?
they'll put you there as long as you're acting like this.
Yeah, because the last time I had a major panic attack on those little things.
Let them know.
Change the cuffs.
Yeah, let's throw in the panic attack in there too. There's something I wanted to say. What was I gonna say? I wonder if a lot of people that deal with Sarah Boone, there's probably a lot of people that are like, okay, Sarah, say whatever it is you need to say, and then they probably like tune her out or something. I feel like not a lot of times people aren't really patient to deal with people like this in terms of like putting their foot down and then letting them know their place. Like this is like super exhausting. Like if you had to do that around Sarah Boone all the time, it's exhausting. At some point, you just let her steamroll over you and you're like, okay, cool, whatever you say. Like, I don't know. That's how I imagine how it is with like her interactions with like other people. Like the employees at her building, you know, they probably dealt with her here and there. And then when she really goes over the line, they probably try to put her in place. But like this type of person is like super exhausting. It's like she's probably so used to getting away with people just like letting her steamroll over them. And then when she's dealing with like the people that are like giving her the nose, like the hard nose, then it's like you get the little mini tantrums, you know? And then it's like you get the blame game, pointing the finger at you, like, oh, it's your fault that, you know, I'm here, that I'm suffering, that I'm handcuffed.
Stand up.
I have not.
So what am I going to do with my purse? Oh, sorry.
Your purse is going to come, but the cigarettes and stuff can't, so.
I put the lock up too, my bad.
Oh, no, it's all good. Mine are not.
Yeah, and like she's like talking about like the panic attack of her being in like the holding thing. Was it in the back of the car or something, or in the holding cell? It's like that's a lot more space than what George had in the suitcase.
What made you all decide to do this?
Made us decide to do this?
Uh-huh.
George is dead.
You guys, I knew this was going to happen.
You did? Okay.
So I came
Well,
down
we
here
gave-
willingly.
Yes, absolutely. We were trying to figure out what's going on. We're still trying to figure out what's going on.
Unintentionally.
Well,
You got outsmarted.
intentional or not, George is dead.
God, she's so disgusting.
You act like when you say unintentionally, that absolves you from everything.
I need to get, I have my, I don't know if it's able to be or not.
Oil, then. I apologize.
No, no, it's okay.
I have things in my car that I need to.
Okay.
Put your.
The gray rock technique.
What kind of stuff do you have in your car that you're worried about?
Well, I have my medication.
Okay, they have a pharmacy there, so if there's something that you have to have right away, you'll be seeing a nurse.
It's panic attack stuff.
Well, again, when you get checked in, you're going to be seeing a nurse.
Panic attack in a holding cell. Imagine this is a confinement space with smaller, like I don't know, a suitcase or something. Wonder how that would go. Yeah, exactly. But you know what? Just how she accused George of crying wolf, she could just be crying wolf right now.
And that they have a pharmacy there, so they'll be able to take care of any kind of that stuff That protocol is out of my realm. I don't work down there, so I don't know, but I do know they do have a partnership, and that you will be afforded to see somebody. Okay?
All done?
Yes, ma'am. Let's say no. My bad.
I wonder, what do you call this? Like, what kind of like self-defense mechanism is this? So you have someone that's being arrested and they're like, okay, well, I have to do this. Like, I have to do that. Like, what about this? What about that? What if I have a panic attack? I can't go into the car. I need my medication. I don't know. What do you call that? Oh boy. Okay. So we finished the Sarah Boone interrogation video. I do not see anything uploaded to the Orange County Clerk of Court website. Let me check again last time. But if anything, I'm sure we'll see it tomorrow. I thought maybe the clerk of court would have been in with the judge, but it might have just been the judge just like working on his home, like on his own, maybe at home or something like that. So I haven't seen anything yet, but we'll take a look at tomorrow. But damn, that was the interrogation. Oh, so bad. She was such a bad person. Such a disgusting person. I'm sure she still is. Probably still is. He wants that overtime. I don't know if he gets paid hourly. Might be salary. Oh boy. Yeah. She's pretty awful. All right. That is the Sarah Boone interrogation video. So next week, Monday, the judge said that they were going to address the motion in limine that was going to be filed by the state. The state said that Sarah Boone was examined by their expert. Do I want to go to the big screen? I don't know if I want to go to the big screen here. I'll do a random screenshot.
Or not.
They said that Sarah Boone was examined by their expert, and based on that, they don't believe that she qualifies for battered spouse defense. So they want to exclude the battered spouse defense. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens then. All right, y'all. I'm going to go eat because I'm starving. But you guys, thank you so much for hanging out today. Feel free to like the stream if you guys haven't already. You guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for the new memberships today. I really appreciate you guys joining. And thanks for hanging out in the chat. Thanks for having me in the background. Thanks for lurking. We stream on Twitch and on YouTube. And yeah, that's about it. I will see you guys. I might do the Brian Boone interview with you guys, or I might just watch it on my own. I think it's pretty short. But feel free to join the Discord if you guys like. I usually announce that I'm going to go live on there. Have your notifications on. And yeah, we'll be live streaming the trial when it happens next week. They're going to do jury selection. They're not sure how long jury selection is going to be. Maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days. And then the trial in totality with jury selection, I think might be 2 to 3 weeks. I think they had it slated for 2 weeks, but with jury selection, I think Owens is thinking maybe 3 weeks, but we'll see what happens. Isn't there court tomorrow? No court tomorrow, not that I know of. They had a pretrial hearing yesterday, and then next Monday, they were just going to address the motion in limine. Let me see. Hearing. Yep. Nothing tomorrow. Nothing tomorrow. Enjoy your Fridays. Enjoy your Friday. For the non-true crime stuff, I think I'm just gonna put my vlogs and stuff on a separate channel. Sometimes it feels kind of weird to upload my vlogs on a true crime heavy channel. So I think I'm just gonna make a separate channel just to put the vlogs on there and then just have it all separated. And then the second channel will just have like all the other random stuff as well. So keep an eye and ear for that. Taxi, thank you so much for the $2.49. Thank you for your support. Yes, I have not seen that yet. Nicole is like, Corky, watch the 2019 body cam footage. I know, I haven't seen it yet. The case officially starts Monday with jury selection. Yeah, they're going to do some questioning, go through the voir dire process, and then, yeah, hopefully they can find a good amount of people that don't know anything about this case. The housekeeping hearing. For housekeeping stuff, I didn't hear about that. It's not on the court's schedule either, but I'll keep an eye out. And usually in the morning, I just check to see what Law and Crime or like Court TV is about to stream. So I'm sure they'll have a scheduled stream up. So yeah, if there is anything tomorrow, I'll be here to stream it. I don't think I have any plans tomorrow.
Small.
Well, actually, I wanted to go to the Lowe's though, because I think we're gonna redo our shower. I need to find a shower pan. All right, guys. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out on Twitch and on YouTube. For Twitch, I don't know. I kind of want to come back here and do some games. I'm just going to go eat, though. I'm starving. I'm hungry. And then I don't think I'm going to edit today. I'm too tired to edit. And yeah, that's about it. All right, guys. Have a good one.
I'm toxic.
I'll see you later. You guys don't hear anything. Bye. Yeah. Multiple